Hello, good evening, and welcome to Garblag Games for a Friday night one-shot of Monster of the Week as we're approaching Halloween. Ooh. I have quite a lovely full docket of players today, so I'll just let them introduce themselves. Starting with whoever is on my left, which is probably, well, for me it's that way, so that's Leon.
Hi, I'm Leon, and we're not introducing our characters yet. That's me.
I mean, you could introduce yourself.
Yeah, I've not been on stream in a while, so yeah, just Garblag cast. I don't know how much else going on. Oh, I have a spooky Halloweeny game. Go to my Twitter and check that out.
There you go. Aaron.
Hello, everybody.
Whose name Aaron, I've just...
Happy to be
Tell
here.
him your name, Pike.
And to enjoy some Halloween fun with this excellent game.
And below me is Ben.
We're all looking.
Oh, I know.
Oh yes, it's been so long. It's been almost 24 hours since the last time I was on stream. But that's making up for the fact that it was nearly 2 weeks before that. I was getting like proper DTs, shaking and everything.
That seems fair. Nye, take it away.
Oh, I'm Nye. Hello. I've not been on stream for a little bit, I don't think. So yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm excited to play this game.
And lastly, but not leastly, the other way, Odin.
That must be me. Hello, I'm Aldun. Yes.
Short and
Yes,
sweet.
indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's charisma day today.
Yeah.
It's Friday evening.
We're the Friday primetime crew.
It's been a long week. I'm much more comfortable introducing my character. Hang on, I'm a 4th level human.
Oh no,
Four.
you made the wrong character.
Clerical.
Wait, if you're 4th level, what's that? Maybe like 0 level.
Yeah, you're basically an NPC.
He works for the civil service. He's been level drained by soul-sucking vampires.
You're not allowed to talk about that conspiracy.
Well, there should be plenty of conspiracies tonight, as I said, we're playing Monster of the Week.
Smooth segue.
Which, yeah. Which is a fun game powered by the apocalypse. Which works for Halloween, I suppose.
Yeah, what's not fun about that?
I must admit, to my great shame, I have never played a Powered by the Apocalypse game, so
Me neither.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. I've
this-
heard good things.
I feel like, just for the fun of it, I should say, me neither. Oh dear.
yeah,
Right, take it away.
This is a very, very strange scenario where I have the
Yeah.
most experience here. It's very uncomfortable.
You're the level 20 PC here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Love it.
We'll get started, but before we do, please like, follow and subscribe on Twitter, and if you're watching it back on YouTube, on that as well, and let us know how you're feeling about it in the comments, and join us on Discord and all of those things that Pete beats us if we don't say out loud. Right, to get started, in the fading light of early evening in an Octoberish kind of setting, surrounded by the reflections of its headlight upon a light drizzle. A 1994 Ford Explorer is making its way down a lonely beat-up road out towards a headland that stretches out into the sea. Ahead, at the side of the road, there's a single small dented sign that reads Stone Point 10 miles. And as the windscreen wipers are slowly going, the last few stray notes that you can pick up on the radio are turning to static and dying away into white noise.
I was listening to that.
And as you leave the populated world behind, who is at the wheel of the car? Nye.
Yeah, I would just say I don't think anyone's touching the cryptic caravan. I don't know. Everyone, you've got to have a named vehicle when you're an investigative team.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
It's like, yes, hello. I am.
It's a chariot of mysteries. Yeah.
So I'm Stanley. I am of the playbook The Professional, and that I work for an agency that deals with these things that go bump in the night. And yes, I'm driving because this is my car. And don't press any of the buttons because they have like concealed weapons.
Okay.
Everywhere. Yeah, the car is a death machine. But yeah.
I found 4 of them when I just got in the first time.
Yeah.
That must be it.
It's like a James Bond car, just missiles pop out like the headlights. Yeah.
I see this is going to be one of those games where you're the monsters.
Oh yeah.
Is that not the point?
Well, I think the point is everyone is. Who is sitting next to you? Who do you let sit next to you up front?
Probably as I was about to say Serrano, but it's
Cyrano.
Cyrano.
Serrano works. Serrano works too. So you'd look into the passenger seat, and you'd see this young man, maybe late teens, lanky frame with old faded blue jeans on and a hooded Baja pullover on with it's a kind of a cream color, and he's wearing Doc Martens sandals, and he's got round mirror sunglasses pushed up close against his face, even though it's wearing these mirrored round linen style sunglasses. And at first he's just some kind of he's got that tousled blonde hair and tan skin. As you look closer, he's got his fingers steepled and little spider crawling in and out and around his fingers, and you hear him just under his breath going, "The itsy bitsy spider walked up the water spout, down flowed the blood, and walked the spider out grandma from out between the cracks, and oh, we don't want to go there yet. No, we don't."
Okay, that's a nice creepy start. Are you sure you are?
Well, Serrano Rust is the spooky playbook, quite obviously from the game, and he is one weird dude.
Okay, and then I imagine with 3 other people in the car that the back seat is also completely full. Who is filling up the seats there? Who wants to start?
Who's in that tiny middle part?
Yeah, who's the person squished in the middle?
I feel like Billy's going to be squished in the middle.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Billy in the middle. Billy no mates.
Put Billy in
Go
the
on,
middle.
introduce yourself, Billy.
So I'm Billy. I'm the Flake Playbook, which is like kind of jittery conspiracy theorist type. So, but I'm pretty sharp. Connect the dots. Had a lot of was pretty sharp as a kid. Pretty smart. Investigated a lot of stuff. Played the piano. Used to play the piano. Don't play the piano anymore. And so now I'm with these guys now. And I want to sit in the front, but you can't sit in the front because it's most likely the place you're going to get shot if you're in the front seat of the car, because that's the people what they go for. So you got to sit in the back, but I can't sit on the side of the windows.
No more coffee for Billy.
Okay.
No more caffeine for him. He is shaking the whole back seat.
But you just got to look forward on the horizon so you don't get car sick.
But what about behind you? Because that is where they come from.
Well, who is it offering this helpful suggestion to Philip?
There is an incredibly elegant, very languorous, very lanky gentleman sat next to Billy. I say next to, as far away from Billy, in fact, as far away from everybody as he can possibly get, which is Leopold von Wagner. With very long, straight, white blonde hair, the leather trousers, the flouncy white shirt with the far too much lace at the cuffs. And he is from the monstrous playbook. There's something unwieldy and, well, dare I say it, fey about him. And he is just disgusted to be in this van and to be this close to, well, anybody, frankly.
And finally, sat on the opposite side of the back seat from Wagner, von Wagner.
Studiously
Leopold.
ignoring the ever-loving shit out of everybody is what looks like the ghost of Hot Topic. Agnieszka Brzezowski, Aggie for short, is a classic 90s goth girl with the huge hair, the dark eyes, the spiky collar, dripping with black and lace, and boots so big you could use them as anchors. Listening to a Discman because the radio was trash, because radio is trash.
Yeah. So I think definitely I am all of your handler. And he's very upset. He's been demoted to this. Yeah, you're getting the special squad. Oh, that's great. Why are they special? Because nobody wants to hang out with them. Oh.
Stanley, do you remember what you did on
Spell Slinger playbook?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And quite likes to explode things.
Yeah.
As a spell slinger is wanting to do. I mean, why else would you sling
Sling
spells?
spells. Yeah. So
I blame Firuza Balk.
there's that.
Yeah, it's the,
That is your
crap.
elite team. Now
Well,
you're
anyway.
heading. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
thanks.
heading down this lonely
Not too
road
aggy.
to some very remote little town, mostly because Serrano Rust has had one of his visions, and in it was a bunch of disjointed images that are drawing you to this place. In it, one of them was a rock with a bloody handprint on it, and shattered glass around a church of some kind, and a pumpkin field with something lurking at the back. And then finally, for the briefest moment, you caught the claws of some creature as everything disappeared back. And all you really remember is that you need to go to this place. Something is going to happen there.
Agent Anderson. We hurry, Agent Anderson. Granny's webs are pulling tight. She's coming, but something's going to be there first. And you see one of those little spiders. He puts it on the corner of his mouth, and it just crawls up under his sunglasses.
Yep. This is what we use as intel. Like he's speaking to himself. Like, yeah, this is what we use as intel. We don't We don't have spies. We don't have contacts. We just listen to this kid who has visions of the future. Oh,
Serrano's spider-like little fingers come out and just slowly start tap dancing on Agent Anderson's shoulder. Hurry, 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 hurry.
I do not get paid enough for this. Yeah, he's definitely, now that I've had that image here, he's definitely in like the black suit with the tie and like the whole Men in Black gear.
You see, Stanley, I offered to sit at the front and help you navigate, but no, you wanted the guide to be there with you.
Yeah, well, the last time you navigated, you just went on and on about how you didn't like any of this human music, and we just ended up having to like listen to, I don't know, pan flutes for like 3 hours. It was a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, yeah, I remember it well. Yeah, it took a little while to convince you, but eventually we had some good music.
Yeah, I said we should listen to the numbers station because I like listening to the numbers station. But none of you guys want to listen to the numbers station.
What's your favorite number?
I can't believe this thing has a cassette player. How old are you?
Agent Anderson. A small shadowy figure flies out in front of your car.
Oh, well, fuck, I'm going to try and dodge it. It could be like a, I don't know what. Oh, God. Do I succeed? Wait, do you want me to roll for this to not hit whatever is coming, or is it too late?
Depends. What are you doing? Are you just like swerving and try and stop, or are you?
Yeah, swerve and stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You manage to do that, and the car sort of spins slightly as you were distracted by the ongoing conversation around you, and something just suddenly darted out right in front of your vehicle and appears to have scurried off to the side of the road.
Why have we stopped?
What was that?
Did you
All you can hear at the moment is sort of the of the windscreen wipers and the engine humming slightly.
Here.
Serrano's head kind of rolls back on his neck, and he looks back at Bill and he goes, "Billy, it's starting, Billy. It's starting."
If you hit it, it's on the skull.
Focus on your favorite number, Billy. Focus on your favorite number. Think about your favorite number.
We shouldn't be stopped on the road for too long because a lorry might hit us from behind.
Oh,
I told you you needed to look behind you, but no.
Okay, right. Well, I'm just in the mirror. Right, we'll start engine up again. Let's get going.
What was it? Why did you stop?
I don't know. The last time we hit something, we got in a lot of trouble.
That's because it was an old lady.
Well, she was also a werewolf. I feel like I was justified at the time, but
you did hit us several times.
Are you just continuing on your way then?
I'll jump out for a bit. I'll do that like really like oh god.
Does anybody have a torch? Billy, you look like you have a torch.
I have a torch.
Pass it here, Billy.
Yeah. So you're on a very ramshackle kind of road that probably doesn't get maintained very often or at all since it's been built. And other than that, one side is an empty pasture kind of bit, and the other side, where the shadowy figure ran off to, is the rows upon rows of cornfields that you've been passing on the way in.
Okay.
The rain's still kind of coming down on you. Everything's
wind down the window.
A bit dark.
If you see anything that looks like a child in the cornfield, get back in the van.
Yeah, no, I've dealt with children of the
wine.
crops, and I don't want to deal with them again. Okay, right. I'll do that.
You could probably get out and help, and then I can get more rum.
Yeah, Aggie could get out and help. You're right. Yeah,
I can get out and help. If I get out and help, it's going to make my makeup run.
I thought you wanted that. The very time
and then I'll have to go in the front so I can use the mirror to put the new makeup on.
Okay.
And then Rusty comes in the back with the two of you. And then nobody's happy.
That's
a bit
true.
of rustling ahead of you.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's sort of like a little ditch, and then it goes up to the cornfields.
Hand is on the service pistol, just like,
Anyone else know how to drive the van? Just asking.
No, I'm taking the keys. We've been down this road before, kids. Just all of you sit in your seats. I'll be back in a minute.
Damn it.
So
Slightly more sensible.
Is
Don't
it
need the keys.
a
I can still
lone,
drive.
a lone car sort of sideways on with one door open and the rain
close
coming
the door,
down
it's
on it
raining.
in
right.
in the middle of the night?
I have the keys. I close the door. I go off. I'm not going to go in the field, but I'll do the kind of scan with the light to see if there's anything by the side of the road in case I clipped it or.
Yeah,
Unbeknownst to Agent Anderson, Serrano has slipped out and he's just standing right behind him, about an inch behind him, just watching him what he's doing.
He's gonna do that. I'm gonna turn around.
just
Oh,
mirroring the whole way.
as you jump, when you turn around and notice Serrano, your light or your torch catches like the vague outline of something along the side of the road, and it sort of hops away a little bit.
Oh, it's a rabbit. It's just a rabbit. It's just a rabbit.
It's not a rabbit, Agent Anderson. It's not a rabbit, Agent.
We're gonna get back in the car. We're gonna get back in the car. We're gonna drive to this fucking town, and we're gonna pretend that we didn't see anything. Okay.
Oh, what did you not see?
We didn't see a rabbit. Is right.
Yeah, as you're still outside and talking to Wagner as you sort of open thing, you hear
Wind down the window again.
a faint bleating coming from the cornfield as
Why is there a sheep in the cornfield?
Because it's not a rabbit.
No, it's not
wasn't
a
a
rabbit.
rabbit.
It was not a rabbit. It was a sheep. That's fine. You know, it's fine. It's not like there are any lycanthropic sheep out there in the world.
Oh, they're sheep. Where are the sheep?
Serrano makes a hard turn and starts walking into the corn.
Oh, for fuck it. Ah,
Because he has poor impulse control. That's one of his dark.
Well, there's a win. We got rid of Serrano. Right, back in the car. Come on.
no, we need to. Right.
Can I have Serrano's?
Executive
No, wait, I'm not in the
decision.
front.
His executive decision is being made. Everyone out of the car. I don't care if makeup runs or shoes will get muddied. We're following.
Do you know how much these boots cost?
I'm going to climb over Leopold to get out of the car.
Get off! I
Right,
will
come
get
on.
out of the car to not be climbed over.
We know how long
Serrano.
it takes him to get him. Oh god.
You're already ahead of everyone else into the cornfield. It soon, in the dark and the rain, becomes a miniature maze as rows upon rows of corn to the left and right are blocking your
Make
view.
the popcorn.
Stanley, it would be an ovine thrope.
You can hear rustling
Umbrella.
coming from like
umbrella.
the left of you and then bit ahead, as if something's scurrying about in there.
I get my epee out of the boot.
Okay.
So-
right.
Serrano would go up to the bush and just pat the bush for a minute, and he will try to tune in to whatever is happening out here, to attune his mind to what's going on, to see if he can feel what's going with his spooky powers.
Is that a roll? Because
That is a
I
weird
don't know.
roll. Yep.
That's
Weird roll.
so
Yeah,
it would be a
that's
weird
what I
roll.
thought.
Aye.
So yeah, you can roll for weird. Let me know.
All right.
Early Devil Migration
Right.
season, by the way.
Ooh, I got an 8 on the die, and my weird is 2, so a 10. Actually, I did well.
Oh,
Holy moly.
so yeah.
So I
So a
got-
10 is a good success.
So I get a hold 3. So the
Yep.
3 questions I'm going to ask you are: where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? And how can I attract its attention?
You get this faint, very distant tingling at the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck, on the back of your head. Wherever the creature is, it's not nearby right now, whatever this creature is. But then you also get like fleeting images of a you hopping about nearby, and it sort of corresponds to this rustling sound that you can hear, and that does answer both of your last questions.
All right. And so as he's attuning, you see 4 or 5 fairly large spiders come out from behind his glasses and crawl to his ears, and they burrow into his ears. And he's
I'm not sure who the monster is in this week.
I'm pretty sure.
The you. Oh, the you. Don't worry, Agent Anderson. The monster's not here with us. Not right now. It's close. It's not here. Do you have a towel? I'm so wet. How did this happen?
Towels.
Is it an ovine
I don't, kid. Okay, kid, I'm just gonna call you kids now. Kids, right? Everyone back in the car.
I am not a child.
Do you look youthful though?
I look sort of somewhere between very youthful and very ancient.
Yeah, I figures, but like I imagine that Stanley Anderson is like at least in his like 30s, coming on to 40s. So to him, you look like, I know.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Shut up. I'm in 20. That does sound ancient to me.
Yeah. Thanks.
I mean, thanks for insulting everyone on stream.
I'm sorry.
Well, Stanley's dying in a ditch.
Even if we have to make him dig the ditch.
Serrano, you suddenly get a vision.
It's like, oh, Agent Anderson, you made fun of all the old people.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna die.
Oh.
Now we will beat you with our sticks and our hearing aids and all of
I
the
do
old
actually have a
things.
stick, to be fair.
The rustling noise that you can hear is just moving off deeper and deeper into this cornfield.
So Serrano turns around, goes back, gets in the car, takes his sodden Doc Marten sandals off and puts his bare feet on the windshield and just waits.
Well, I imagine we all trail back then to the car. I get in. Right, is everyone seatbelts on? Looks at Serrano.
Is this where me and Leopold both try to be the last one there so that neither of us have to be the one in the middle?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's raining, you're going to win on that one, I feel.
You said we were going to change window seats on the way.
No, we never said that. You
Billy,
said that
you can
inside
change-
your
But
head.
I've got Aggie's hair on this side, and I've got Leopold's stupid collar on this side.
It's not stupid. It's Venetian lace.
Going in the middle.
Billy, you can sit in the front on the way back from the village. Okay,
Oh,
just I know, just
There might be more space then.
Billy, it's a turret. It's not the middle seat, it's the turret.
I'm not right. Who's been playing with the guns now? Okay, you're not supposed to know that.
I thought it was the window, but apparently not.
No, that's the small minigun that we have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why
Right,
is it
is
called mini when it is the biggest gun?
I don't
understood this.
know. Is everyone in? Right, car's started. We're driving off. Let's go. Okay.
We are not getting to this mystery, are we?
I'll be
This is going to be
there.
2.5 hours of us.
I have all night.
That's fine, right? Okay, I'm driving off. We're not making any stops. If we hit anything, then that's its own
Come
fault
on.
for getting in the way of the car.
So,
God.
So
on
what
the way
was
in,
it? Was it like
A sheep.
or
It was just a
something?
sheep.
Sheep.
Farmers not keeping their sheep in place.
A sheep in the cornfield. Okay.
So Cyrano said it was you, and I'm going to point at Stanley.
No,
It was an ovine throat.
It was me.
No, Billy. A sheep, a girl sheep is
I
a
know.
U-E-W-E.
Lady sheep, got it.
Don't
Yeah,
call Billy
lady
a sheep.
Yeah, he
No,
said
he-
you were a sheep.
He knows what's really going on.
That's true. That's true, Agent Anderson. Billy isn't a sheep. He's a sacrifice. Granny, we're not supposed to say that. Granny. It's okay,
No.
Billy. It's okay.
Join the agency. They'll say it's a ball of laughs. You'll be fighting evil. You won't be babysitting 4 people.
So this
I see.
conversation
First we're old, now we are babies.
is being had as I push you physically towards the town in the vehicle. Yeah.
Can we get drive-through?
I don't think this place has drive-through.
On the sort of very edge of the town, right before you enter, there's a diner there, and it appears to be the only thing that's open at this time.
Right. As we're
there's
driving.
some people in there that you can see, and some cars parked outside.
Right, Serrano, what? And please try to keep the crypticism on a minimum. Where do you think? Okay, right.
Is there Agent Anderson, a pumpkin patch? Let's find a pumpkin patch. If we can find a pumpkin patch, we can find the claw.
Okay. Well, I'll have to ask for
first a
directions.
toilet break and some coffee, but not for Billy. Billy has had too much coffee already.
Well, that's
his
the scary
entire
thing.
life.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. I don't think Billy's touched coffee. That's what's terrifying.
Maybe we should give him some coffee. This could be interesting.
Right, okay, we're going to park up and I'll blog out into the diner.
As you get out, in typical early horror film fashion, the street lights above you are all old and flashing slightly as the ballasts go slowly. And you're caught in like reflected shadows as you walk into this old style diner. There's about
look like I'm not with them, even though we clearly just got out the same vehicle. No, I don't know these people. It's just like a taxi bus or something.
There's 3 or 4 people in there. There's a waitress. There's probably someone at the back cooking. And then there appears to be some form of law enforcement sat at the
donut counter.
I immediately look
counter,
suspicious, trying to not look suspicious.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people sat in a booth.
Instant.
Okay, right. Fan out, get some information.
Okay, hello, I have not booked a table, but I think maybe you have space.
The waitress sort of looks over at you, kind of strangely,
Table
and
for
then
one.
goes, just grab a table, or if you want a booth, there needs to be more. Well, you need to be at least a couple of people.
You have many booths. Why?
Guys, just please.
I need to grab a booth where we can see the car park.
I will go sit with the officer. They look respectable.
Aggie, find a booth by the car park for Billy, please. Just don't let him out your sight. You're about the closest thing to someone I trust now, and that's scary.
Okay, so we'll find a booth for me and Billy where Billy can see the car park and the exits.
And make sure you've got Serrano as well. Don't let him wander off.
Billy, that pattern in the way you can just see the lights continuously blinking as you look out at the car. That pattern it's got to be something to it, right?
It's definitely communication. It's old form of communication. It's like semaphore type stuff. You flash the light like Morse code. Definitely. It's probably for someone in the air to see.
Heliograph is what you're thinking of, yeah.
And Leopold, you sit down.
May I join you?
And it appears to be a deputy sheriff. And he's slurping on some big old soda drink. You get a faint whiff of synthetic cherry because it's the 90s.
That's strong synthetic cherry. You can smell it off his breath.
Clearly you've never drunk cherry cola. Yeah.
Unmistakable.
And
not after the Iron Brew Wars of 2017.
That's true.
Ran out of iron.
started grinding up the girders just to make the brew. But yeah, so the deputy looks at you and says, "Yeah, evening.
Oh, good evening.
Can I help you?"
I was hoping I could join you. Apparently, I cannot sit in a booth on my own, despite the fact that there are many booths. So I picked the person of most seniority to sit with.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that's me at the moment.
Until the sheriff comes in, and then obviously I will sit with them.
No, the sheriff won't be in for a bit. He's on holiday at the moment.
Oh, nice. So you are in charge.
Yep. Town's all mine.
Well, and what is of the town? We have just arrived. So, what are your main exports and imports? Why does this town exist?
You're gonna get arrested.
Look, there's not a lot of folk that come to Stone Point that don't need to be here. I mean, it's mostly farming and fishing.
Oh, the farming and the fishing. Okay, and the sheep herding.
Yeah, Farmer Brock has got some sheep, but yeah.
Farmer
Are
Brock.
you in town for? Are you looking for sheep or what? He's looking at you in general, going,
I am unnatural. It's very true. Yeah, so you like what you see? Yeah. Flick the hair.
Just sort of slurps at the collar.
Flexing my unnatural appeal here.
What are the rest of you doing at the moment?
I'll be talking to one of the waitresses. Just I'll walk over and be like, "Hello. As you can see, I've got a full party of people that I've got to keep an eye on. Just wondering, and I'll I don't know. I don't think I'd flash my badge. I don't know. I'd just be like, hey, so we're here on the report of any unusual disturbances. Is anything odd been happening in town recently?
Oh, well, I mean, odd is maybe a strong word, but there's been like a few pranks lately. But the deputy O'Neill's looking into it. I mean, if you want to know more about it, seems like just silly things. People have been, well, I suppose it creeps me out, but like Deputy O'Neill says it's silly,
sacrificing sheep and
with
blood on their face.
No, there's been like some instance where some of the youngsters or something smeared, I hope it was red paint, might have been sheep's blood on the town hall, and then someone found one of Brock's sheep lying around as well, near the well. I mean, it's just silly things though. Like, people get bored in small towns.
Yeah, everyone just likes putting red paint on things. Is it still up there? We'd be able to get a look at it. Obviously, we're just trying to keep things safe in small communities like these, just in case any nefarious ne'er-do-wells.
They tried to clean it off yesterday, but it's left a bit of a mark, but
okay. Well, thank you. I probably will have to talk to the deputy, but thank you for your candor.
And at that point, you see Serrano's head just shift over from right behind Agent Anderson. And he's like, And a little spider crawls onto Agent Anderson's shoulder. Ask her, Agent Anderson, about an old church and the pumpkin patch.
Okay,
patch.
yes. Sorry, yes.
Pumpkin patch.
You've got a spider on your shoulder?
Yeah, he likes to keep them. You know.
Oh no. They like to keep me. They like to keep me.
No, I know.
They crawl from inside the cracks in my eyes.
Yep.
That
yes.
yeah.
Is there...
spiders creep me out as well.
It's fine. So I was gonna ask was, do you have a church, I presume, of some description here?
Yeah.
Do you have a pumpkin patch? Are they within?
There's pumpkin fields. I mean, it's it's that time of year.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, well, thank you, Serrano. We will look at both of those things. Don't worry. Let's just hope the trio.
Miss, before you go, can I have 4 egg yolks on a piece of white bread?
I should have started coughing then.
Good at she.
Sure. If you want that, how do you want your eggs?
No, just the yolks. Just crack them open and put the yolks, 4 yolks, on a piece of white bread.
She sort of looks at Stanley like.
Yeah, it's fine. He's gonna get his wallet out because he's like, money on him. Yeah, no, just
Sure. Okay. I'll go get that for you.
Yeah, thank you. Right, come on.
She sort of leaves the pot of coffee next to Stanley.
Could bring the coffee over?
Yeah, I'll bring the coffee over. Yes, Leopold, I'm just bringing it.
Aggie and Billy, what are you up to at the moment?
I'm kind of like staring at the waitress, trying to do the mind thing, come over here and take our order. I don't have any mind control powers.
You see her talk to Serrano and Stanley for a moment and then walk off to get something. But as she goes, she sort of looks over and says, I'll be with you in just a minute.
What are you having, Billy? Have you looked at the menu?
No,
Have you translated the menu?
I'm scribbling
Have you
on a
checked the
napkin.
significance of the prime numbers in the menu sidebar?
I'm scribbling notes on a napkin. I'm trying to translate the street lamp to see if it's Morse code or something else. I've just got a napkin full of dots and dashes. But it doesn't seem to be repeating properly.
Yeah, it feels so random, Billy, that it's probably not. Like, surely nothing can be that random. If it was random, it would have to have some sequences in it, surely.
Yeah, so it's like someone's trying to make it look random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mind control.
No, they don't have that on this coast.
Are there any moves anyone wants to make while you're in here?
I would like to influence the manipulate the deputy.
Manipulate.
Giving me
What?
some more information about the area.
Are you manipulating them, or are you just sort of like, is it investigate more, or are you...
Well, that depends if the deputy wants to tell.
Yeah, I'm attempting to exert my unearthly charms so that he basically speaks all of the things he doesn't
at
want
the
to
moment,
say.
it's, you seem a little bit weird to Deputy O'Neill, but not in such a regard that they're like,
That's part of my charm.
I think if you started asking, like, what crimes have you been dealing with? He's gonna be like, wait.
Yeah, that might be more of a it depends what the questions are going to... Yeah.
Mutilations in the area recently? Any
I'll
occurrences?
say that is a manipulate someone role. It's like more than investigate.
Okay.
What is your
Though
father
obviously
like?
if you investigate, then
we
you can
could go
potentially ask a bunch of questions.
That's more though like a
Like,
scene. Like you don't really use that on people much.
I'm rolling dice then, presumably.
Yeah. 2d6 plus your
2d6 plus
Plus
my
your
thing.
charm.
No, plus my weird, because I have unnatural attraction.
Unnatural. Yeah.
Unnatural appeal. That's a no. Oh, it's so bloody close.
What'd you get?
8.
They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. So what is it you're asking or trying to get out of Deputy O'Neill?
I am asking them to trust me that I have their best interest at heart, and for them to spill all of the information they have on anything ghoulish or ghastly or macabre that has happened recently.
Deputy O'Neill looks at you and goes, "Well, I'd that's the sort of information I can only really disclose if you were a fellow officer of the law. That's not really something we're allowed to tell people."
Have you not seen how I'm dressed? Of course I'm an officer of the law.
I am part
17th century Bavaria.
So,
maybe.
like, either yourself or someone else in the group will have to prove some kind of affiliation to. Otherwise, it's not really.
Stanley, I need your credentials and the coffee.
Okay, right. I'll bring. Well, first I'll pour like some into a cup and just shove it to both Aggie and Billy. Just like, here, that'll keep you awake. And then I presume Serrano is right behind me as I'm approaching. Yeah, excellent. I love it. I'll put the now slightly emptier coffee pot.
You see Officer O'Neill sort of still slurping on the cherry cola, kind of look to the side of Leopold, and then past Stanley to the side again, and then sort of like, you folks aren't really from around here.
No, we're not from around here. Right, yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
we have always been here. Did you not know?
This is how we solve crimes. We just stand out so much.
Yeah,
that everybody's
people
like,
have
Crime comes to you.
right.
Thanks,
So this is one of my associates. This is Leopold von Wagner, and he works with me.
Sounds
extensively on-
German.
Austrian. How dare you?
Oh,
Yeah. So
Okay.
if he's been asking you information, like I'll fish my badge out, I'll like flash it, like, give him the information he needs. He's an expert in this. If
What
you-
does your
ever?
Yeah, you
what,
are.
What does your badge say? Because I assume like you probably have a badge that says something kind of non-descriptive but
Yeah.
authoritarian enough that
we'll
it's
just
like
we'll just go with the agency. It's the lamest name possible, but it's also it works. So.
okay.
Thing
What-
is, in the States, if
what
you say
does-
you're with the agency, people tend to
Yeah.
assume Central Intelligence.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking is
Like-
my logic. They'll just input whatever agency they think it is, and it's like, oh, you must work for the, and I go, yes, of course.
Deputy O'Neill looks down at it and sort of like, I didn't know the agency had cards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Bavarians.
What was what was it you were asking about?
Anything macabre or sort of mutilations or things very much out of the usual, because that is why we are here.
You've been talking to Miranda, right? He points at where the waitress was. I mean, it's just something silly, I imagine. There's been like some little bits of vandalism, things like that. Okay, it seems macabre, but
What exactly is it?
Farmer Brock's sheeps get out a lot, and some of them end up dead, and then clearly someone's found it and decided to play a little prank. I'm still looking for the who, but you know.
So comedy with dead livestock. This is what you do for fun around here.
Says the man who's never been in a farming community.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
certainly not going
one
to
of those
admit it,
things. I mean, there's not much else to do around here.
Do you not have books?
Like for the young'uns, it's just, you know.
What about opera?
Opera.
I feel like the whole diner went quiet at that point.
Yeah. Like, they barely get a radio station, let alone opera. Well, we have a local radio, but opera.
So let me get this straight, because I have also talked to Miranda, was it? Right, so you've got some hoodlums fucking around with the livestock and like putting blood on the church or the town hall. Town hall, right? Yeah, the town hall.
Yeah, the town hall. Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
No, it
gotcha.
was the skeleton that was found near the church.
Ah, right. Understood. Okay,
Skeleton,
so
sheep skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
this
most
is
of it
a
anyway.
Step between a sheep goes for a wander and then there is a skeleton.
I mean, they get out and then like something gets them.
A very large
Something-
bird. What?
Everyone else sitting in the booth with the police officer.
No, I think it's just you and me in the booth.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah,
else
you're in the
Oh, I thought you
booth
were
there
in
at the counter.
at
You're
the
sort of
counter.
sat
Okay.
across from them, and
I'm so bored I've started doing the colouring in on the back of the map.
I'm
But
gonna
only-
go up over to them.
okay.
Danny, I'm pretty sure the streetlight is just broken.
Thank you, Billy, for that insight.
I heard you said there.
Is it though, Billy?
Check again later.
Yeah, the sheep have been mutilated, skeletons have been laid near the town hall, blood has been daubed upon the doors like the very Old Testament.
And to the sheriff, have there been any lights in the sky?
Deputy Sheriff.
Deputy Sheriff.
The
What?
sheriff is on holiday.
no, he's on holiday. He's
But those
Yes.
efforts were not for you.
okay. Yeah, lights in the sky. Like what kind of lights? Like
Or like maybe lights that look like
looks
aircraft, but they go
out
really,
the
really
window,
fast.
and you see mostly cloudy sky and a bit of
Lights
rain.
moving at
like-
maybe what people would call impossible speeds, zipping about. It can sometimes happen in correlation with farming areas that have mutilations, mainly in cattle. Happened a lot in the 80s. Has anyone reported seeing anything like that, or maybe trespassers waking in the
Can
night,
I
feelings of lost time?
can I take a look at that badge again?
Right, I'm going to shuffle up. Right,
But
you are in luck, my friend, because the agency has decided to take up this issue. We've had reports of similar things happening in other small towns. There may be some connection, some low level, your garden variety terrorism, scaring local populace. So we're going to take it. Me and my agents will deal with it. Don't worry. I
I'm
know
looking
they
at each
look.
other
It's-
behind them at this point.
yeah,
It's
Deputy O'Neill just sort of looks like. It's just it's just like some young people playing pranks. I mean, if
Well-
I could work out where the sheep were getting out,
Hey,
I
this
could
is what
sort
your
it out and
tax-paying dollars go to. They go to this outfit. So let's, just let Billy. Thank you for the suggestions. We'll head out there. We'll have a look at the church and the town hall. You just don't get in the way of our investigation, and we'll be right as rain.
Yeah,
You
but
hear
Who
that?
knows?
You hear the bell on the door ring because Serrano has already walked out.
Okay, right. Okay, let's go.
did you get your eggs?
I fed them to the spiders. That's what they wanted. And you see over on there's just a mound of spiders on this plate of yolks.
I'm gonna have to really tip extra well for this place, as always. Okay, right.
May I please have some cherry pie now?
Yes, you can. Did you bring money with you this time though?
The agency pays for this stuff.
No, I pay for this stuff.
But
You're gonna have to
stop.
Do you know what's funny, Ben? You've just said that. Have a guess what one of the red tapes of the agency is. Budget cuts. So no, I definitely don't get paid for the agencies. Yes, we'll have some cherry pie to go. Right, just okay. I think I know what we're gonna do.
I'm taking this coffee to go. I'm
Yes,
the jug.
everything is to go. Please make your orders. We need to. God, I really hope this is not another bloody Scottish Bigfoot again. Right,
how would you rate the quality of the cherry pie?
I would rate it as they don't really have a lot of cherries in anywhere nearby, so it's kind of
like fake cherries.
The pie,
cherry aid. Yeah.
The pie is okay. The pie itself, the base is okay, but the cherries already kind of taste like they've probably been a little bit too ripe before they were put on there.
All I wanted was damn fine cherry pie.
You're damned pie.
As you walk out, you can hear Miranda and the deputy talking, and the deputy says, kind of strange folk there. And Miranda goes, it's Stone Point.
I quickly run up to Deb and say, can I get a card or a phone number for the station in case there's anything strange comes up? We can let you know, stranger.
Yeah. And you let me know if you see any stray sheep or whatnot, and hands you a card.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so
I'm going to be the last one to the car.
No, it's all right. No, I think we'll probably have a... Okay, guys. So this... why is it all these things start with mutilated farm life? Okay, so we're going to go... We could split up, but the last time that happened, I'm pretty sure Wagner started a conflict between two neighboring countries. So it's probably best if we go together. Are we all good with that?
That was only a minor skirmish.
Well, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It got cleared up.
Did we find out where Farmer Brock is if he's the main sheep losing person? Should we start with Farmer Brock?
Yeah, he's the one with the sheep. So
or should we go to the town hall and find out why they're targeted?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping the town hall, because if it has any, then one of you four, well, maybe not Billy, but one of you three can do your and work out what's going on there. If
the
there is
hand
any.
jive?
I whatever your magic-y, wavy handy stuff is, I'm not good with this stuff. Okay,
Aggie,
that's why you're
is the
here.
magic one.
Okay,
That's
Aggie.
why
If
she
I
has to
take
wear
you there,
mittens.
can you?
Otherwise, everything is kaboomy.
They're not mittens.
Oh,
these are fingerless lace gloves.
Let's not forget, Grandma has taught me a lot of interesting tricks. It'll be fun.
Yeah, please just take him away.
Oh, this is going to work so well.
Okay, right. So this is what we're going to do. Game plan. We're going to go down to the town hall. We're going to investigate what's going on there, see if anyone's left any trail. If they've not, we'll check the church, and then we'll go beat someone up for Farmer Brock's location.
Okay, so that sounds like
it is also evening now, as it was when you arrived.
What about Rusty's pumpkins?
Oh, also there's a rusty pumpkin.
They are... Oh, were they not by... Oh, no, I probably thought they were by the church. Okay.
Oh, maybe they are. We don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is normal. You have the church, you have the cemetery, and you have the pumpkin patch.
Okay,
yeah,
right, we're gonna...
It's the circle of life.
We're going to swing by the town hall first, because, gotta be honest, I didn't grow up in a small rural community, but I feel like putting blood on the actual building is a bit further from a prank. I don't know.
Where did you grow up, Stanley?
That is classified information, because you will all phone my mother, and then she will tell you all my childhood secrets, which is not happening.
Oh, so your mother is still alive. I guess so now.
Hey, Agent Anderson, it's almost assured that only 2 of us are coming back anyway.
If that comes true now.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the town
I'm
itself
starting a
is.
book. Who thinks they get to survive? Billy?
The town itself is fairly small, and a lot of it is sort of those kind of, fairly flat or one-story wooden houses that you get along the coast, mainly in America. And the biggest one is quite clearly the town hall, because it also says town hall on it. And it's just slightly more grand, a bit
Are there
wider.
people wandering around outside at this time? Like, it's not night, is it?
No, it's sort of late evening. You see the occasional people, but it's it's getting pretty dark out as well. This time of year. It gets darker earlier. And there's occasionally people walking by, or you see a car pass you by, but it seems all fairly quiet. And the town hall is definitely closed.
That's fine. It's on the outside. All right. Okay. Out you trot. Go do what you do best. That's why you're here. Find the badness. I don't know.
You're going to knock a wall down?
No, not again. Never again. Just, I don't know. I'm here to keep you all alive and safe. More alive than safe. So just, I don't know. I can jump out and help you investigate, but the last time I did that was a very long time ago.
Okay.
So
You just sit in the car.
pretty much, yeah. He has -1 for sharp. He's quite stupid. Yeah, he's definitely the muscle.
Okay, is the blood still on the door?
Lewis, do you mind if I swap one of my moves? Because I noticed that one of the moves I took because it sounded cool, but it's one that uses big magic, which is a long-term thing, and this is a one-shot.
Yeah.
So can I swap go big or go home?
I mean, big magic could also be like a 4-hour ritual.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can I swap that for what is it? Forensic divination.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you.
Thank you. Which is basically a sense magic.
Yep. Excellent.
Okay.
Whoops, Daisy just punched them.
So Serrano would look for wherever the blood had been put on the building, if it's still there.
It is quite visible as well. It's like, even in the street lights, that sort of yellowish humming hue, it's just 2 rather large smears along one side of the
Change of plan. I'm going to take the third eye instead, because it has much funnier backlash effects.
Yes.
Okay.
So Serrano would go up and put his hand on the blood stain and let the spiders start coming out and start humming under his breath and cast a spell to observe another time, to try to replay into the past when this was smeared here, so he knows what did it. That's a use magic effect.
Okay. Give me a weird roll, I imagine.
7. So I get the effect, but I also get a glitch.
Yeah. And what glitch are you gonna go for?
Whichever you think is the most entertaining. The effect is weakened, short duration. I take harm. The magic immediately draws unwelcome attention, or there's a problematic side effect.
What I'm gonna say is
close by, because I did say I was going.
You see shadowy figure, but like this is a shadowy figure under these lights, so it's a shadow figure, and everything is kind of disjointed because you're looking into the past. You're feeling a presence that was here, and it immediately upsets you. And you see a hand go out and rub itself along the wall, and in the other arm it's holding up one of these sheep. And the moment you see it, everything kind of shudders in your head, and even the spiders shriek, and your last vague sight is of Grandma saying,
So Serrano drops his head. You see blood starting to pour out of his nose. He's like, Granny wasn't happy with that. She wasn't happy with that, but I saw the shadowy figure and the goat. No. And then he throws up.
Oh God. I'm from the car. I'm just like, oh, he's done that again.
So what else are people
emanating a
getting up
crime
to?
scene with throwing up all over it.
I wish to read a bad situation. Clearly shit's going down here.
Yeah.
Handily emphasized by my good friend Rusty.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Roll on
open my
sharp.
third eye to take in extra information as I read the bad scene. So
Does that give you then?
little gem hanging from a tiara, we'll just like pop that in so that
Ooh.
it's sitting just there.
Cool.
The old glowy eyes thing kicks in. It's take +1 hold on any result of 7 or more, plus you can see invisible things. On a miss, you still get 1 hold, but you're exposed to supernatural danger.
Yay!
Love supernatural danger. So it's roll 2d6 and add that to my sharp.
Yep, you're sharp.
Yep.
You just see
Yay!
like
Well, 12 then.
oh wow, that's
Okay, so that's 4 questions. Oh wait, on the 12 you may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the ones listed. And I think you technically still have 4 questions as well. You have 3 for your +10 and 1 extra for your third eye. So you can ask me anything.
Anything.
I just like the idea that there's a guy holding a dead sheep, like he's like this. I'm invisible though. I can see
Well,
you.
Okay, so this
I
is
think
more
Aggie
about...
can't see that because you're not peering into the past. So.
I'm not peering into the past now. This is about me seeing invisible things and mystic stuff that's going on now.
Yeah.
So is there any magic on or around the town hall? Is there a magical trail that leads anywhere? But that's my sort of opener for 10.
Yeah. So you don't see magic per se, but you can see something worse than magic that feels darker and not great at all. And it's just you're looking for magic and you fall upon this very dark, heavy sense that just drops over you, and you can feel it all around the area where who or whatever has been smearing sheep's blood.
Okay. Is there any kind of trail or anything that suggests a direction it's come from or goes to, or is it literally just here?
You can see it trailing off in several directions.
So suggesting multiple participants in whatever went down?
Is that a question?
Yes, it is.
So, how many is that now? 2 or 3?
That's the third question.
Third question.
Participants.
Okay. It all feels like it's probably the same entity, although some of it feels different to the other. Some of it feels lighter. A couple of the steps, a couple of the directions it moves off in feel lighter than these
So
heavy
has
ones.
this built up over time?
Yes.
Here's my fourth question. This is a ritual that someone is doing over time.
Yeah.
That is
It's
riddled
definitely
with
something
darkness.
that is getting worse.
Oh God! I'm just imagining the four of you poking around. You come back and go, "Well, we've got lots of things to tell you, and they're all bad."
It's time to leave.
So I shall
Billy,
float
were
back
you
down to the ground. It
Yeah,
wasn't very
you
far
s-
off the ground, like an inch or two off the ground.
As
float back down to the ground and
Serrano's
reopen
nose
the
starts
eyes.
bleeding, you drop to the floor and come to. Was Billy also investigating?
Yeah, I was looking to see if the blood was in a particular shape or something.
Yeah.
In case they got misses.
Is that investigating mystery? That
I
you
would
wanna
like to
do?
investigate it. Yeah, investigate the mystery.
So you can roll sharp as well, and on a 10+, you can ask me 2 questions, and on a 7 to 9, 1.
I rolled a 9, but my sharp is +2.
Oh,
So
wow.
11.
Ooh,
Yeah.
11. Okay. So you can ask 2 questions from the following: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? Or what has been concealed here?
What sort of creature is it?
It definitely feels like it is an entity, and a dark one.
Okay, Nai has a question. Does
Yeah.
like for context, like entity means like spirit, right? Yeah, like a.
Well, generally,
actually-
like, yeah, if you're ghost hunting, if you come across a dark entity, that's usually not a good
okay.
thing.
Sorry, that was like a spelling bee there.
It's
like,
something
can you use it in a
that
sentence?
probably isn't a ghost, but is
More
worse.
than a ghost. It's bigger, scarier, darker.
What's your second question?
Second question then. Sorry, I've forgotten. What page are they on? I can quickly check. So you don't have to read them all
Well,
again.
if you bring up, I pinned the
what I can do.
hunter.
Oh, it's in there. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
It's a little cheat sheet.
Yeah.
It's
So
on page
under
102.
investigate a mystery, you can see what questions you can ask. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? Which is the one you asked. What
Yeah.
can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what has been is being concealed here?
I figure it did what it was going to do, so it didn't get interrupted. So I don't want to know that. So yeah, where did it go? If I got any inclination from that, unless I up the size of it and go, where did it go? I'm going to think back to the street lamp and what that was telling me.
After that, it appears to have walked off towards the diner, and when roughly where that street lamp is that's flickering, it didn't disappear, but it changed. There you go.
You were right about the light post.
It all fits together.
That's why you have a flake in it. It's just-
Yeah,
anyone else want to do anything around the town hall
Oh,
other than share this information with each other? And
Serrano seems to be having a fun time.
Oh, are you in the?
You were floating. That's interesting.
Granny got very angry with me. There are things she doesn't want us to see yet. But it'll all be clear soon for 2 of us.
Okay, good. As long as one of those is me, that's fine.
Well, I mean, I'll probably get out the car upon seeing everybody doing their stuff. That's why I asked if there was no one around, because I'm like, oh god, if people see us, they're gonna think.
You wonder how you got left with this outfit, but like all you did was drive as someone. You just go do thing.
Basically, yeah.
Do your stuff, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
A previous partner of his had the magical power to turn into a giant kaiju, and he just went, "Go do your thing."
Yeah. Go fight it.
They
yeah.
destroyed Tokyo.
Stop.
And they demoted me very quickly.
as you're staring at the wall, someone passes behind you, and you hear sort of gruff voice say, "Yeah, hell of a thing, isn't it? I mean,
And You are like a turn
You see a fairly like stocky kind of man wearing one of those fisherman hats. Well, you know,
okay. Like a beanie.
Damn it!
But
Yeah,
not a beanie.
that was the word I was. Yeah, something.
Oh, I
like
was getting George R.R. Martin vibes for a minute there.
No, just and with a big beard. Basically, me if I look more like a lighthouse keeper, which is my end goal anyway. But yeah,
one of those
but
floppy
stockier.
yellow sou'wester hats. So.
And he says, "Oh, I'm Brad Miller. I live around here.
What do you do, Brad?
Who are you? I repair fishing boats.
Are there many fishing boats?
Well, yeah, we fish.
How many
Fish and we farm.
And also the sheep.
That's the saddest town
That's-
slogan. We fish and we farm.
We're farm.
And also the sheep.
And also,
Which is written in Sharpie
technically, you know,
underneath
Yeah.
it's also a kind of farming.
Well, pastoralism, see, there's a strong, I would say, a differential between the pastoralism and the agrarianism. Would you not agree, Billy, that there's a conspiracy amongst the agrarianists who just underwrite the whole pastoral economy?
Yeah, I just repair fishing boats.
How many fishing
I'm
boats?
not. There's probably about 5 or 6 here, but you know how it is. Seas are rough. Takes keeps me in work.
You get
And make a living.
The sheep and the blood and the door.
It's been a thing lately. I don't know. I guess
But where else?
some young kids or something.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're working with the sheriff's office, and I'm going to give him the sheriff's card.
Oh, very smart.
Ooh, very nice. You're working with Deputy O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, they asked for some outside assistance on this case.
so everyone keeps blaming this on kids, but it's a very small town, so there cannot be too many children. Where would we find the children?
Don't ask strangers where to find children, Leopold.
At this point, he sort of like, yeah, I'm gonna be
Charm him
late
again.
late for dinner. I should probably
You have
probably
a
be
child
getting on.
that we might speak with?
God. Leopold. It's, we've discussed this.
I
People
think this
have
is an important part of the case.
You can give me that
Yeah,
card
but-
back if you want.
Yeah, it's that.
He
Thank you for your.
hands you the deputy's card back and sort of, you all have a nice evening.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
too, Brad. Yeah, enjoy yourself
And
with your family for as long as
He starts heading off, Aggie, in one of the directions that you sensed this evil heading in.
Just the. Do you know where your children are? We could find them for you.
Well, I would
Take
see.
me
Ordinarily,
to
I
the
would
children.
like try and investigate him a little bit, see if there was anything a bit off about him. But he's just talked to Leopold, so
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
everything's off.
What?
Okay, right. What's everyone found out? Tell me. Give me the details. Serrano, you look particularly excited to tell me what you.
I saw
while you do that,
almost
I'm just gonna-
nothing. Almost got very upset, but I did see a disjointed figure with the sheep in one hand, and he's smearing the blood across the building. But after that, Granny got very cross with me, and you have a handkerchief,
Oh,
Anderson?
yeah. He'll pull out like a handkerchief and hand it to you. Yep.
Oh, go.
You know what? You can keep it as a present from me. Yeah, you just
Oh, you're
have that.
so nice to me, Anderson. I really hope you're one of the two.
Oh,
I-
I'm one of the two.
Okay, Aggie, what did you find with your eyes?
This is the central site of some kind of horrifying dark ritual that's been building up over time. Somebody's coming in from a range of different directions and layering horrendous darkness. This is beyond magic. This is like true darkness. Somebody's layering it over the walls of the town hall, and they're coming from there and there and there and there and there and there to do it. Okay. So it's either one person coming from lots of places or lots of people doing it one at a time. This is not some kids coming by and splashing a bit of blood on a wall. This is a concentrated effort of dark magic.
Maggie, that's like a web. Maybe Granny's finally waking up. Maybe it's Granny. Maybe that's why.
Sounds a lot like a ritual. Sounds something that needs a lot of investment of
I'm seeing
energy.
Seeing some kind of dark summoning ritual, which, you know, don't get me wrong, it's kind of cool.
It depends what comes through, of course.
Right.
And then the running and the screaming.
Is there a strongest point where everything's coming and going from out of the paths? Or the
strongest point is here, because people are sort of trailing a little bit away with them when they leave.
Right.
It's not like I can see every single path that they came in on. It's that they're layering so much darkness on the building that when they walk away from it, some of it trails after them.
Okay. And Billy, what do you have for us?
I'm not saying it's aliens.
Well, thank you, because we've had aliens.
That's a big step. I think everyone just acknowledge Billy.
Because Billy, we did meet aliens, but that was 2 years ago, and they were very nice.
They were very tasty, yes.
So it's kind of resonating more like an entity, more like the sort of Doris Bither case of 1974. If you're familiar with that, then so it's definitely classed as entity, something ephemeral, and.
Okay.
I think there were very similar kind of patterns there. I'm going to show Stanley the napkin with the street lamp dots and dashes down on it, and I'm pretty certain it went to the diner because that's what triggered off the street lamp. You can kind of see if you look on the door.
For what it's worth, it's getting less ephemeral.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's like a painting. If you get a painting and you put some paint on it, and then you put some paint on top of that, and then you put some paint on top of that, eventually you build up a thickness of paint that you can peel off the whole paint chunk.
Oh, well, I don't think we want that. That sounds horrible if that's what it is what you described of it. Okay.
At this point as well, it's also starting to get darker. So, and the
building?
rain is keeping up.
I have a question about why this building. Is there some significance? Do we believe this is an old ritual site that maybe they are tapping into the wells of energy? What do we think?
Well, that's a research question. I would guess it's possible that it's just because it's the biggest.
It is the town hall. It may hold records itself.
And it might hold focus for the town because it's the town hall. So it's a nexus point of energies anyway. But, you know, we could hit the library tomorrow and see if there's any kind of relevance.
Well, I can open the town hall now. If you
Yes, no, I could see where you were going with this. Okay, right, okay. Well, our only other leads is the church with the skeleton, which Serrano is quite fixated on. Yes, Serrano,
you're almost cheerful. It's
yes.
disturbing.
Okay.
We've got to go to the church. We have to go to the church.
Do we have to go to a haunted churchyard? What am I saying? Yes, of course we have to go to a haunted churchyard.
Okay.
So how are you objecting to this?
Right, how about we say
it's
this?
raining.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, how about we say this, Leopold? If the church digs up little, we can break and enter. However...
I don't need to break. I'm just going to walk in through the wall.
Yeah, but we...
So it's no... I'll stick my head back out and go, there is no breaking.
No, but yeah, you're breaking.
I can make it so the rest of us can walk through the wall.
You're breaking the trust of the community. There we go. Go with that logic.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you through the wall.
So where are you going, and what are you
going
going
to go to church? But if Leopold wants to do some snooping, that's totally fine.
I can pop back out again.
Do you have an overpowering urge to do some snooping, Leopold?
I kind of do, yes.
All right.
And
Okay.
it's dry in there as well.
I mean,
Right.
it's like there's nothing to stop you going separate ways.
Aggie, you said you can get people through there like Leopold, right?
No, nothing like Leopold.
Okay. Can you
I
get
have to take the whole wall out.
No. Okay. No, that's not happening. All right.
I could maybe open a window.
No. Oh, that's tragic. Okay. Right. Here's what we're going to do.
Let Billy stay with
Yep.
Leo then.
Wow, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's
Perfect.
good for the research.
Plus, I don't want to mess up the churchyard at midnight.
Okay, so
You don't want to miss that.
Aggie
no.
and Serrano and myself will head over to the churchyard. Billy, you stay with Leopold. Keep an eye out for things. Make sure he doesn't take things that he's not supposed to take. And I hope you can hear that, Leopold.
I'm sorry, the walls are very thick.
I'm
Very
sure
hard
they
to
are.
hear you.
I really hope he's opened a window as he's doing that.
Yeah,
Oh, very
leaning
good.
out a window at that point.
Right, yeah. So just stay here, okay? So when we come back, we can meet up
Okay,
again.
yeah.
All right.
Where is your car, by the way? Did you leave the car at the diner, or did you drive?
We drove to the town hall.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, drove to the town
It was only a few streets further down. Like
Yeah,
you could
but
have walked it.
We're Americans, so it's
Ouch.
Oh, sorry, Aaron.
Wow.
not
I
like
mean,
it's a
on the
sidewalk
other
or
hand,
anything.
these
You've got
are
drive.
also the same Americans that are like, 4 hours drive isn't far. So,
is
you know,
Well,
where
if
we'd
it-
be
if
like,
it-
what? Half
it
an
makes
hour?
more-
I'm not
If it
going
makes
that
more
far.
sense to have left the car, then I'm happy to do that.
No, I just wanted to know. So, you know.
Yeah,
To be fair, Lewis,
Still-
where you are, doesn't it take half an hour to get to a different country?
If I go in one direction, yeah.
There you go. It's a long distance.
It's insane.
Technically, I can get to Mexico in a half an hour too. But
Oh.
I live on the border, so
Yeah, but
Interesting.
if I drive 2 hours in any direction, I will be in a different country, and I have 4 possibilities.
you win. You win for sure. Yep. I can't even get out of the state of California in 3 different directions. And
Okay.
Yeah. So, as Stanley, Aggie, and Serrano drive off, I presume,
Bye.
Yeah. Sure.
Leopold and Billy, you're stood in front of this very dark, very quiet town hall.
Are we not inside yet? I'm not coming back out again.
Are you just crawling in
How are
through
we
the
gonna get
window?
in?
Well, for those of you watching at home, Leopold is incorporeal. He can just walk through walls.
I'm outside.
I'm just going to walk through the wall and go open a window.
Yeah. Okay. Inside it is very dark, obviously, because there's no one in there. But the bottom floor appears to be just, administrative offices. There's a kind of meeting room area at the back.
Does it feel like it's haunted?
And it feels colder than it was outside.
Wooden? Is it stone? What are we looking at? Concrete?
It's wooden.
Okay, so I want to find the maps. Billy, I think you should start looking through the town records.
I go to
Yeah.
There's
That's
some
Yeah.
town records downstairs, but they're all the more recent stuff. And
records are always in the basement. Okay. I'll head down to the basement.
Okay, scream
Okay.
if you find anything.
I've got my torch. My big policeman's
so-
torch.
yeah, what are you planning on doing here? Is this another investigate?
I guess so.
Or-
Leopold is looking for
Who
old
wants
maps.
to go first? Yeah.
Leopold.
Yeah, go on then. There should be a great big map tank somewhere around here for the owning of the property and the transition and the deciding on, the fence line.
Okay,
Very upset about these things. The farmland, where is Farmer Brook? Where's Pumpkin Patch? Where is the old Indian cemetery? You know, it's the standard stuff.
I feel like that's also not really like an investigator mystery because you're just looking for random plans.
You can use act under
It's
pressure because you could.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels more like an act under pressure than
random. Okay. Which is my cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
cool.
Do I have any luck?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
You can tick off any of the boxes of luck that you have to
See,
get a
natural
12
Yeah.
if you want. I'll let you do that.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll badly again. Ah, crap. 8. Again.
8 isn't bad.
Bad.
You succeed at a cost.
You notice that most of the maps appear to be probably upstairs. There's a bunch of archives and things up there, and as you turn towards the stairs, you realize that window is open.
Well, that's very odd. Billy's usually very conscientious about that sort of thing. I will go and close it.
You shut it and presumably walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
And find some maps. Billy, what are you doing in the basement?
You're going to be looking at recent deaths, because when we've looked at stuff before, there's usually been, someone like Mary Hexenfolk who's died recently, and it's like, oh, there's clearly some sort of curse around there, isn't there? So that just makes it a bit obvious. So I'll be looking at any of the old usual suspects.
Yeah.
Any strange things in deaths, like, this
Okay.
person was found dead inside the middle of a pentagram recently.
Everyone appears to have disappeared on my overlay. That's annoying.
Have you taskbarred the window?
If you go
yeah.
into OBS and click on the little
We still
eye
have sound.
symbol, everybody should reappear.
Yeah,
You might need to do
yeah.
everybody separately. This happens to
I
me
know.
every time.
I know.
They can
It's,
still hear us.
They can still hear us, but
You need to
I will
concentrate on the
chuck
overlay.
the holding screen up while I fix the overlay, and you can continue telling me all about it.
Yeah, so I'm
So-
going to be investigating recent deaths.
Yeah.
Other bits I'd want to look at. I guess I want to know. I would be the library. I guess would be for old newspapers and local headlines to see how often any of the sheep vandalism stuff, if it's ever been reported before.
Mhm.
So I'd like to know about that. And I guess if there's any weird festivals, like they have the Festival of the Dead Sheep every October or something, I'd be like, just any of those really
Like,
stand out things.
That does seem suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to roll the same thing because you're getting uncomfortable down here in the cellar.
Yeah, it's
And you're sneaking around.
breaking in. I can't just run through walls like Leopold. So
Yeah,
I've gotta
you're sneaking
keep an ear
around
out.
in the basement of a town hall after dark.
Is
Well, you're not meant
Hand
to
Under
be-
Pressure on cool. Or
Yes,
cool, isn't it?
it is on cool.
So I roll
There
a
you go,
9,
you're
I've got
all
plus 1
back.
cool, so 10.
Yeah, that's great. So you don't really find any information about any recent deaths. You find a registry of the town, and there's lots of different names in there. A lot of them seem to be McKinney. Then there's a few Millers, and then there's O'Neill, obviously. There's Brock, there's Taka, and a lot of, I things like that. But most of the recent deaths are people who, like it says, you know, age 87, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And festival-wise, you don't really find anything. But it is getting really cold down here in the basement at the moment. Not quite, but you feel like you probably should be able to see your breath.
Actually, been in cold place. It's colder underground because the heat rises, so basements are cold. Yeah, basements are cold. That makes sense. I've got to keep looking through files. Then what else do I want to look for down here? Got to find something out of the ordinary. When was the town hall built? So history on the town hall. Like Leopold's gone to look at maps, the geography side. I'll try and attack the history side. Is there just anything in the town hall that's like, this town hall was erected on an ancient native burial ground?
No, most of it is sort of fairly standard coastal American town. It's fairly old.
Yeah.
Not Europe old, but fairly old.
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, it's fairly no, it's like it's a couple of 100 years old, the town, and it was founded by an Andrew McKinney who emigrated to America, a couple of 100 years ago. And decided to settle there. Then there's a bunch of just other stuff. The town hall was built maybe 50 years later after that, when it turned from a village to an actual proper town as more people started coming in. And other than that, a lot of the history seems to be fairly mundane. A lot of the stuff you're reading about actual history. There's a slight creak to the side of you, though.
It's Leopold. And turn to the side and go, Leopold, I'm not really finding anything here. And I'm going to turn.
At the back of the basement, you can see a shadow. In the shadows.
Gonna not let it out of my sight because that's when they move. And I want to slowly creep back. I've got my torch. Can I start to bring my torch over to where this shadow is? To illuminate who is standing there.
As you bring your torch up, I'm gonna cut to Leopold again for a second. What are you doing upstairs?
Maps. I'm looking for the maps and trying to get an idea of the surrounding countryside. Who owns what? If anything has changed over the years, is there a historical map section to see how the town has grown? What was here originally? Is the town hall as old as the town?
A lot of the maps, sort of, they all start out from this area where you roughly are now. There's a bit just beyond that that's marked as the stone. Then everything is built near that. And then built out, and then further out there's more farms, and as the years go by there's more houses, the farms get bigger, but everything seems to center around that. It is not far from where you are now, but sort of more towards the coastline.
Okay. Can I find the most recent map and get fix the point of the stone on that map so that when I go back out I can, or just take it with me?
It's marked on every map. It seems to be just like a local landmark that everyone knows. Okay. Town's also called Stone Point.
I just figured it was like a promontory into the sea, not a stone. It's like calling something Pebbleville.
We've got a few Pebble Bills.
I don't know. Free town.
Gravelton.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know.
You have to. I mean, you know. Let's be honest. There are places called Hill. So yeah, what do you want from?
Well, better is what I want. What Leopold von Wagner wants is a better kind of humanity that comes up with something original when it's naming. If you're asking. But no, here we are in Mudville. I'm going to take the most recent map, roll it up, put it in a map case, and take it with me.
As you're walking down the stairs, you can hear creaking as well. Kind of like footsteps over the floorboards, but very slowly. Leon, well, Billy in this case, as your torch goes up, something, a pile of papers, something like that you're pretty sure was on the desk a minute ago, slams into your arm. And your torch
scream and
moves. Unless, that's an option.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Billy's going to run to the stairs to get up out of the basement.
Do I hear the scream?
Yes. And Billy runs headlong into you.
Okay, I'm not that
over at the church. You've arrived at the church, which is just, it's probably about 4 or 5 streets further down as well. There aren't quite, it's sort of getting towards the edge of the town as well now, so there aren't quite as many houses nearby, and it's got a bit more of a green space around it, and obviously a bit of a cemetery nearby.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming it has like a fence, like it's locked up, or is it open and we could just climb in, no problem?
There's no big fence or anything around it. There's sort of a little low wall around the side, and the gate is pretty much, waist height.
Yeah. Okay. Serrano, is there anything else that we need to know about your vision? Is there anything I need to know about the church before we go in there?
Well, I'm sure there is. I'm so certain that there is more to know. I don't know, though. Grandma didn't tell me.
That's okay.
Hold on. One of the little spiders comes down, goes into his mouth. No, I don't know anything else.
Okay. Well, we'll all get out there.
He sticks his tongue out, and the spider walks off his tongue and goes down his shirt. He's like, no, let's just go see. Let's go see what's been here. Agent Anderson.
Cool trick, to be fair.
It is very cool. Right. I would like to roll investigate a mystery. I'm going to fail horribly, but I'd like to
go for it.
Go. Yep.
On your sharp.
Yep. -1. Let's see what I get. I closed my dice. I need to open my dice. 2d6 -1 is 9. I am very shocked at that.
Yeah. Okay. So you have one question.
Okay.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what's been concealed here?
I'd like to ask what is being concealed here. Is anything trying to be hidden away? Is there any skullduggery, pun intended?
How are you approaching the church?
I imagine he doesn't have any magic or anything, so he's just going to kind of start snooping around the the gravestones and seeing, because I presume they would have taken the skeleton away. They wouldn't have just left it there, surely.
Yeah. So
Outage.
clearly, you can. There isn't a full skeleton anywhere nearby, but you do see. You pick up on smatterings of little bones and things like that
Right.
around the site.
Okay. And there's nothing.
Probably stuff that everyone else has missed because it's sort of near a grave here, next to a stone there.
Okay, I follow. And I collect like an unusual amount, I presume. Like I start like because obviously if you go around an old place, you'll find like maybe a little bit of like a mouse bone or something. But I presume I find like quite a small.
These are small bits of bones, but they're definitely not part of a mouse or something.
Yeah,
they probably come from a larger animal.
Okay. Huh. Yeah.
We'll reassemble that for you.
Not right now. Let's see if what's going on here because this is a bit strange. I hope they're not human, but you never know. Probably the sheep. How about you guys?
Serrano Rust has walked away and is trying to get in the church. He's like, Grandma, maybe Granny wants me to talk to the old God, or maybe the new God, or maybe her God. Let's go to the church.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Let's go into the church.
The door does appear to be locked.
Yep.
I'm gonna do some necromancy while they go into the church. Then
That's absolutely fine. I wouldn't expect anything else. Yeah, I will. I would like to use act under pressure to pick the lock.
Yep.
Just like
Sure.
you know.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh my god, that was a terrible roll because I have very good cool. That's a 6. I fail. I got a 2 and a 1.
Agent Anderson. Why aren't we in the church, Agent Anderson?
As you're picking at the lock, the windows all along the church at the sides, both sides, shatter, and the door opens from the inside. You know you failed at picking the lock, but it slowly starts to open.
They want us to go inside, Agent Anderson.
What's Aggie up to?
I want to find the oldest grave in the graveyard, because the oldest grave in the graveyard quite often ends up being the person who sticks around to protect the site as a ghostly warden. So I am going to try and summon that ghostly warden to answer my questions. 3 or 1, depending on how well I roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to use magic to, I think the closest thing is summon a monster, but it's not a monster. I kind of just want a ghost. I have arcane training, so I don't need a lot of stuff. And I'm happy to spend a bit of time, maybe scratch a bit of chalk, light a few candles.
Yeah.
Spill a bit of blood.
Okay. You are sort of drawn to this almost completely worn down headstone in a nondescript corner of the churchyard, and that's the one that you select to perform the ritual on. Roll for it. I take it that's a weird roll.
That is a weird roll. Who could have guessed? Oh, I'm on fire with these dice tonight. That's 6,
3.
4, 12, 10, 12.
12.
So I've got weird plus 2.
Does it give you anything extra if you roll a 12? Or a 12 plus?
It's just the use magic skill. I don't have any special moves to go with it.
Just use magic, right? Okay.
Keeper will offer you some added benefit.
Yeah, you get an added benefit. You can choose an effect.
So the effect is I want to summon the ghost of this spectral warden for this graveyard.
Your effects are inflict harm, enchant a weapon, Do one thing that is beyond human limitations. Bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. Trap a specific person, minion, or monster. Banish a spirit or curse one. Summon a monster. Summon a monster into the world is the one you're going for. Okay, so that goes off without a hitch, and you can add one extra kind of benefit to that.
That they will be favourably disposed towards me because I've conjured them politely.
Yeah, it's a wisp of a figure in front of you, almost imperceptible even to you, because it has clearly been dead so long that you can't really work out who they are.
It's meant to look like.
Well, it's just dissipated so much over time. But upon being drawn out from their grave, they look at you and go, try and stand up straight, and go, what? How? What can I?
Hail, spirit! I have summoned thee this night to aid us in aiding your town.
I see. And what aid is it you'd have of me?
There is great evil being wrought here. We have seen its effect at the town hall, but there is evidence of malicious doings here in this graveyard. The bones of creatures being spread and scattered.
That can't be. The evil was banished long ago at great cost, and the figure holds up one of their arms, but where the other one trails off into what is presumably a ghostly hand, the other side doesn't. It can't be.
Someone
here.
is calling it back, spirit.
That
it may have been banished, but someone is calling it back. What can you tell me about the great evil?
It wasn't banished. We brought it here with us and bound it here.
Then it is being unbound. What is it?
It is a horrible creature that has followed my family for generations, and it preys upon one of us in each generation. We thought we'd escaped it by travelling this far, but it came with us. But the demon must not be allowed to be free.
Well, someone is trying to bring it back. How do we stop it?
Well, we bound it to the stone. I don't know what else you could do. You get the sense that like it's at the limits of what it knows of the thing, because it's been dead 200 years. The stone is the stone. You're fairly certain. Well, it explains that the town is built up around a stone,
which is probably,
and the stone provides the center of the town, but also it provides a boundary for the demon that is locked within it.
Did you banish the demon? No, we just put it in the town hall.
We put it in a rock.
Yeah, put it in a rock. It's a Tuesday. Come on, I don't want to do this. Let's get off work early.
Thank you, Spirit, for your aid. Go now in peace and be you remembered. And I'll blow out the candle so that the spirit can dissipate at the same time.
As it dissipates, there's a slight sense of worry to them, and as they fade away into the distance, you note you can just vaguely see the outline on the headstone that says Andrew McKinney.
Town founder.
So you going in the church?
So Serrano Rust grabs a hold of Agent Anderson's coat sleeve. He tugs on it. He's like, Agent Anderson, let's go play in the church, Agent Anderson.
Yep.
This is going to be so much fun.
Let's do that. Hand on the 9mm. Because he's left the other guns in the car.
Serrano's just tugging him like a 5-year-old kid trying to tug his parent into a candy store.
Yeah. He follows. He can. Aye. So every window blew out, like doof 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 doof.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Not like doof 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 in one big.
Oh God. Okay. Does it look like the church has been opened recently? Like it's not full of dust or whatever.
No, it's probably open daily.
Well,
but
we've just ruined some people's communion, but that's we'll deal with that problem when the agency can deal with that. That's not my problem. Okay.
But
so
for now, yeah.
Serrano is walking up towards the altar and he's letting his senses just coat the interior like a spider's web, and he's trying to feel for whatever caused this explosion of spectral energy. So he's going to try to tune in again to see if he can tune into the monster here in the church.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I got a +2 weird. Yes, for a total of 4. I failed horribly.
Wow.
Snake eyes.
Failed hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard fail.
That is you.
So on a miss, the monster becomes aware of me.
Yeah. You're trying to get a sense of the place when this dark, heavy darkness of an entity surrounds you, and Serrano is physically lifted from the floor and hurled backwards towards the door. And yeah, I think that'll take 1 harm.
That's fair.
Off of you.
Do I see something pick him up, or is it just like
you just see him lift into the air and go?
Oh, okay. Well, I put my gun out at that point, and I'm just like kind of not like waving it scared, but kind of just like trying to see. Well, I guess 2 hands. I'm trying to just see if I can see what there is. I guess, but I don't have any means to do that, so I guess this thing's gonna be fucking.
Agent Anderson.
You all right, Serrano?
There's a dark shadow forcing its way down my throat, Agent Anderson.
Okay, all right. I'm just.
It wants to lick my guts, Agent Anderson.
Okay, right. Okay. We need Aggie.
You one extra thing, Serrano. You keep getting an impression of Grandma in your head as you're lying there. Agent Anderson, are you going to do anything else while you're in there other than you're looking around? But there are shadows everywhere, and it's like shadow o'clock in here now.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna go over obviously to help Serrano up, and yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna like scruff of the neck kind of stuff. Like I'm just gonna be leaving, but facing the way that we come in. So that
as you do that, there's like the noise of a door clicking behind at the back of the church.
Oh no. I don't like
the
this thing.
opposite end from where you are.
Yeah, I know, but fucking it's the worst kind, is the ones that like to mess with you. Okay, well, we're back now. We're gonna get back to Aggie. Aggie, where the fuck are you? We need to hurry up.
Sauntering up to the church. Do umbrella. Walking stick.
Okay, right. Serrano, there. Okay, Aggie. What did you find out? Because we need to go like now. Something is here through Serrano around.
Okay, so the town founder brought an ancient and powerful demon entity with them when they moved here, and they trapped it in a rock in the center of town, but it ate their hand, and it's supposed to be bound there, but someone's trying to let it out. Not much, really.
Right. Well, that's something at least. Okay, Ancient Evil, can we kill it? Killing it would be fantastic. That's a language.
Yeah, my ghost ran out at that point.
Oh, great. Oh.
But we know who they're going to attack.
Who?
They go for the person who's next in line from their family. So, what was the name of the town family guy? McKinney. Yeah. We need to find the most prominent McKinney with primogeniture, and they'll be the one that gets it.
Right, okay. We haven't met.
But, you know, ideally we don't really want this evil demon entity thing getting out of the rock. Would be my preferred choice.
Okay, and you said center of town, which is
center of town.
Town hall.
Yeah, I mean, they put it in a rock. This dude was like 200 years old. The town hall isn't that old. But if there's a rock in the town hall, have you got your cell phone? You could call...
Yeah.
No, you couldn't, because Billy's off the grid and Leopold doesn't know that cell phones have been invented.
It's also 1995, so...
Did have a cell phone, you'd be able to phone them.
No, that would be great. I
had a cell phone in 95? What are you saying?
Like one of them big ones. Yeah.
I have one has a broken car phone.
It's potential, yeah.
You also, all three of you can hear a voice coming from inside the church going, "What in Jesus' name happened here?"
Oh, that's what the click was. Okay, yeah, we need to go still, but it's a different kind of go. It's a run because the actual owner.
The priest.
It's still better than Leggett. It's the demon.
That is very true. Right, let's.
But the good news is that the demon's not fully out yet. Based on what the ghost said and the scan that I did earlier at the town hall, it's still mostly trapped.
Okay.
Someone's doing a build-up ritual to crack the stone and let it out.
Right.
And when it does do that, if it does get out, then it's going to go straight to
whoever the
McKinney.
Question, by the way,
and eat his face.
Okay.
But it means that someone's doing their damnedest to let it out. So someone must know about the curse, which means somebody's hit old records, possibly a McKinney journal from 200 years ago, because they bound it, they locked it away. So they'd have hidden that fact. You're not going to advertise that, are you? It's not going to be in like the local paper. Hey guys, we bound a demon and stuck it in a rock.
Okay.
We need to find out who knows the secret of the McKinney demon bound in the rock around which Stone Point is named, and problem solved.
Okay.
We go in, you shoot them.
Yeah.
We burn the book.
Back in
another glorious victory.
The town hall. So Billy Shears has fled the basement and run straight towards Leopold, who is also coming down the stairs at the time. So you both kind of meet on the ground floor.
So,
there's a thing in the basement.
A
thing, shadow thing,
so
entity thing.
What I'm hearing is we should leave.
You don't want to get it?
No.
Okay.
want to get it?
No, I can't get it. I thought you could get it.
Do you have a thing neck? No, so we leave, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Walk through the wall.
There's
The door's locked.
As Leopold walks outside, there's a click of a torch behind you, and someone's scanning through the window, like trying to see, hey, is there someone in there?
Oh, they're on the outside of the building.
From the opposite side where you ran up from the
I'm
basement.
gonna put my back up against the wall so that no one can see me.
The light sort of passes over.
Can I
And
see
you,
this person?
you're at the front of the building, and they appear
we're at
to
the
be
front, they're at the back end of
now. They've been probably walking around.
I'm gonna open up the window and jump out the window then, if I can. Try and open the window.
As you jump out of the window, you see the light sort of slowly wandering forwards from one of the sides of the building as someone comes walking along.
Who is there? Identify yourself.
Who?
I'm gonna plant my
It
make it look like I was looking at the building.
stops for a moment and then moves forward quite quickly, and an older gentleman shines a light on you. It says, who are you? You're not
I am
meant to be
asking
here.
the questions.
Hi, we're working with the sheriff's office. I'm gonna give him my card. Been asked to investigate what's going on around here in the town hall, because it's like the sheep and the blood and stuff, and we come here and there's a window open. I think maybe someone was in there. Could hear moving around. Who are you?
He shines a torch on the window and goes, huh. And you say, this is the kind of silliness that Deputy O'Neill's up keeping himself busy with while the sheriff's away. I guess I should probably check inside.
You have a lot of.
You need to identify yourself first.
I'm Stephen McKinney. I look after the place.
You are like the mayor?
No, I'm just the concierge.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you could probably check
this is a
everyone in
small
there.
town, so this is not much of a stab in the dark, but you said you're McKinney. Are you related to the original McKinney?
Oh yeah, all of us McKinneys. Yeah, myself, my sister, my daughters. I suppose my grandson as well, though his last name's Miller, so you know.
Oh, would that be Brad Miller?
No, that's my daughter's husband.
Okay.
Entire town is just one family.
Yeah.
Have
So,
you been to small towns?
Yeah.
That is true.
So,
Very, very
would you say that you are the oldest living McKinney in Stone Point?
Point.
That'd be my sister.
And what would her name be?
You'd be the queen.
These seem like an awful lot of strange questions for.
Well, you are the one wandering around in the dark with a torch.
I mean,
We
he's
are
a
here on
strange
government
person.
Yeah,
business.
but I live here.
the old. You're asking some strange questions while you're asking some strange questions as well.
He's looking at you,
Every time.
kind of. If you want to get anything more out of him,
gonna
you're probably going to have to
charm him.
manipulate him, or
Oh,
or
absolutely.
charm.
I would love to manipulate him.
Yeah,
What was his first name again?
Stephen McKinney.
Stephen.
Thank you.
I
Oh.
also like how once we found out, it's like, oh, you're not the oldest. Yeah, go in there. Yeah, go. We
Yeah,
don't really
fuck
mind.
it. Whatever.
Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
He might actually be the oldest McKinney. If his sister's taken another name.
Oh, that's very true.
Oh, how
I
does it
didn't
work?
think of that.
I got a 12.
Oh my god.
Nice.
This is like the luckiest game of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
First decent roll.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And I have a +3 on weird. So
Okay. So with a 12 plus, not only do they do what you want right now, they also become your ally for the rest of the mystery. Or if you do enough for them, permanently. But that may or may not apply. Stephen looks at you strangely. And so you're working with the deputy's office?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, they thought maybe something was a bit more suspicious with this than meets the eye. So we've been coming. We're special.
We are a special investigation
Very
unit.
special.
Do you want to give me a hand to check this place out then? If you say someone might have crawled in through the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
It would be our honor to accompany.
Yeah.
And I'm going to crawl through the window.
It gets the keys out as you're crawling in through the window. So looks at you.
No, Billy. It's the front door.
And opens the front door and leads you in. Flicks on the lights as you head in.
I'll look at all the corners of the rooms.
Lights. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Just looks around, like doesn't appear to be anyone. Guess we should check upstairs in the basement.
I think we should search the entire building.
Yeah, we should search it.
So, what was it you said brought you here?
Apparently, some kids put some sheep blood on the door, and we came to look at that to see if there was anything more to it. It seemed a bit beyond kids, because you know what kids are like. Kids don't necessarily mess around with dead animals. And small, I mean, I was going with aliens, but I'm pretty sure it's not that now.
And that's the kind of thing that Carlos needs to bring in people from outside to help with, is it? Okay, then.
This is just one of a number of cases that has brought our attention to this area.
Someone else mentioned the deputy. Anyway, do you guys get on? Is it like a nice community? Everyone's friends?
Yeah, it's you know how people are. Most people get along, some people don't. It is what it is. We fish and we farm.
And you're all related by the sound of it, so there's another F in there as well.
You don't get like fishermen v farmers, like varsity football matches.
Well, I don't know. There's probably more fishermen nowadays than there are farmers. Other than maybe the seasonal help that comes in sometimes, but most of the year it's mostly fishing.
Yep, basement's down here. Yep, you go first.
And Stephen flicks the light on there as well as he goes down.
Yeah.
The basement looks very quiet.
Do you get many people?
No one down here.
Where were you? You come around looking, thinking there were people here. Were you like?
Yeah, I live in the house across the way, and saw shadows. It's my job to look after the place, so.
Okay.
Here I am.
You see many shadows?
Yes,
Not
have
really.
you observed any of there have been repeated daubings upon this building, given you live so close, maybe you have seen something?
Nothing much. I mean, I really wish I had. I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. I spent all morning trying to clean it off.
Without much success from what we can see, so...
Yeah.
Clearly.
It's blood and old wood. It absorbs in quite quickly.
So, as possibly the oldest McKinney in the town.
Oh, I'm not the oldest McKinney.
You said your sister.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Eloise.
Eloise. That's a very nice name.
We all call her grandma around here because she's the oldest.
Leopold kind of stops a little.
Wheel falls.
Okay.
Yeah, she keeps talking about this strange shadow-like figure, but we're all just like, oh, we're imagining things.
Oh, it's just Granny.
Yeah, she keeps talking about him holding the sheep from Brock's farm, but that can't be anything.
Oh, it's all fine.
It's her 99th birthday tomorrow.
Not quite that old,
Nearly
but
100.
so what are Stanley, Aggie, and Serrano up to at this moment?
Going back to pick up the others.
Yeah. I'm not like we're definitely like he's like literally like almost dragging the pair of them like in drive.
There's a mini bar at a motel with my name on it.
It's the mini bar.
Serrano takes his own blood, and he paints his eyelids in it, and then he takes 2 spiders and crushes them and smears them on his eyelids, and then he starts humming, and he's going to do the alternate weird basic move of trust your gut and just try to get a sense of where we should be going.
It was pretty cool up until the humming.
Like cool humming.
Roundabout theme.
Like
All right,
Sisters of
guys.
Mercy humming.
This is a lot better. It's a 5.
Oh,
Wow.
That's one more better.
On the upside, look at all the experience you're getting.
Better, yeah. For a 1-shot, yes. So on a miss of trust your gut, your instincts lead you immediately into danger.
Oh dear.
Here we go, guys.
Let's see this way.
See.
Serrano, I trust you completely.
You-
Tell me, where should I drive us?
You
Ramp it straight into the basement. Try and hit that big stone.
no, you pass one of the edges of the cornfield as you come back, and Serrano, you hear this humming. Even though you're in the car, you hear the same kind of hum that you're doing, resonating from out there. Someone's humming back at you.
Agent Anderson, stop the car. Stop the car.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Jeez. All right.
He looks over the middle console, throws up a little bit, and then jumps out of the car and runs into the cornfield.
Yay!
Okay. Right. Fuck it, Aggie. You take You're certified to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Drive this back. Pick them up. You know where we are. All right. I'm gonna go get him because he's already been knocked around a bit. I can't let him get any more hurt. Okay.
Okay,
So I'm
do you have a
trusting you.
napkin?
Pulls out his other handkerchief, and he's gonna like fish his handgun out. Just put that on the chair. It's like just in case, and then he's gonna take.
Oh no, you need that more than I do.
No, and he's gonna take the assault rifle and the shotgun and just go. I'm all right. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just given what you said. You were a teenager. The ownership of a car and a pistol.
And it's a car with loads of cool secret weapons hidden. in it.
Yeah, and it's armored. You get +1 armor by being inside it.
Sweet. So the first thing I'll do is accidentally reverse it into a hedge.
The
And then
hedge
go
does not win.
in reverse. My bad. Put it into forward and drive.
And you can hear Serrano as you just hear him in a sing-songy voice. Come out, wherever you are. It's time for us to play.
You're singing that and running off into the cornfield. You run headlong into a slight clearing where some of the corn has been flattened to all sides, and in the middle there's a semi-fresh carcass of one of the sheep. And its head and its eyes are just pointing straight at you, as if it had been put there just to see you.
Serrano gets up close and basically puts his nose against the muzzle of the animal, so he's looking right in its eyes, and his spiders start crawling off and crawling all over it. I don't think this is good, Mr. Agent Anderson. I don't think this is good at all, Agent Anderson. I think
Anderson's not there yet. Agent Anderson still needs to catch up with you.
And so he starts spinning in a circle. He's like, Agent Anderson, Agent. I may not be one of the two, Agent Anderson.
Agent Anderson, there's a mist falling over this area of the cornfield.
I may not be one of the two.
I don't think either of us.
If you want to fight Serrano, because his voice seems to be echoing off.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to act under pressure.
Under pressure, yeah. That's a 13.
Nice.
You may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or to do what you wanted to absolute perfection.
I would like to do what I wanted with something extra, because I would like to get to Serrano, and then I would like to
shoot him.
No.
So mean.
I would like. Oh, I don't know. I would like to.
Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, I'll
let you.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Okay, because it might become useful quite quickly. So you're rushing in the general direction of Serrano. Serrano, the sheep's eyes blink at you, and you get the sense of a heavy presence right behind you.
So Serrano's head kind of ducks down, and then he turns and looks under his shoulder, and he's like, "What do we spy with our spider's eyes?"
I'm not sure if you or the demon are creeped out. At that point, the demon just runs away back into the stone, gone forever. You look behind you, and at the edge of this flattened out area is a draped dark figure with a cracked skull of a sheep or something, like a mask over them, and lank hair falling down, and long thin claws stretching out from beneath the arms of the robe.
It's Old Man Withers from the Haunted Amusement Arcade. So
Serrano actually pulls off his mirrored shades, and when you see his eyes, they look like the porcelain doll's porcelain eyes with cracks all across the surface, and his irises are the color of rust. And he's like, "What do I spy? I think I spy my granny's old friend." And now he's going to once again try to actually successfully tune into this monster to get a little bit of insight onto it. Since he's actually seeing it.
It is probably going to attack you after this.
Oh yeah, I figured. So, but I do get an 11. Finally, something over a 5.
Okay.
So that's tuning 3 questions.
3 questions, yeah.
So I think I know who it's going to attack next, and I think I know what it's planning to do right now. I don't need to worry about attracting its attention. So, who does it regard as its biggest threat to whatever it's trying to do?
At the moment, you would get a general sense that would be you lot.
Okay.
You're the only real large-scale threat that it perceives.
Okay. So my other 2 really, I know all the answers to everything else at this point because it's coming after me. So I think he licks his lips. He's like, "Tasty, tasty. Let's have a taste."
Yeah, and it will rush headlong at you with these claws stretching out.
Can I use my held action to roll protect someone?
Yeah, you can.
Like, just as this thing's about to come, I'm just going to do the Preston, like...
Okay. Yeah. And what's Serrano going to do?
So Serrano, as Agent Anderson is coming at him, he will try to jinx the creature as it's attacking to interfere with the monster.
Yeah. Okay. How did Agent Anderson do?
I got a 7, which is a-okay for Serrano.
Yeah,
not
but you're
so
gonna.
good for me. Yeah, I take the damage.
Okay.
That was the goal anyway, so we're all good.
Yeah, and the jinx. So, as it rushes forwards, Agent Anderson bursts out of the crops, sort of dives headlong. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm still holding the gun, obviously, but I'm trying to. I'm basically just trying to get in between him. Oh my, awesome! Yes.
Well,
I'm just trying to not slide, but I'm just trying to get in between it and him, basically. Hopefully not in the way of the jinx as well.
So I got a 14 on the jinx.
My God.
My God, yeah. What does it give you for 12 plus?
It does not have anything for 12 plus.
10 plus jinx. Is fine as well.
10 plus, so it's hold 2. So I will interfere with what the monster is trying to do, and I will inflict 1 harm on the monster due to an accident. So maybe it causes him to trip and he falls on a rock or something.
It comes rushing forwards, and almost as if by some kind of otherworldly timing that Serrano may or may not have influenced, Agent Anderson comes bursting out of the mist and the corn, steps in between. Its claws come out and just catch the assault rifle as it goes scraping along it, and it gets smacked with the butt sort of straight back, taking a single point of harm.
Oh, okay, well that's a lot better, because I imagine those claws hurt if they make contact.
They do, but they didn't manage to make contact in this case.
Serrano whispers
There's
into Agent
a low
Anderson's ear.
growling coming from the entire area around you.
Why are you whispering, Serrano?
It's so good to know that you care, Agent Anderson. And he runs his fingers through Agent Anderson's hair a little bit. He's like, but I don't think we're the two.
Oh God, Aggie, please bring the cavalry. Himself.
Oh crap! That makes us the cavalry.
It does.
Yeah, the creature resets itself and kind of steps back into this mist and corn.
I got a pot shot at.
It's gone for a moment.
Oh.
You can try and take a shot at it.
It's okay. If it is it going like combat.
You still have a sense that it could be anywhere around you, so it might well be attempting to move cautiously and stealthily. And
Serrano's head is just bobbing back and forth, and you see spiders pouring out from around his eyes because he's no longer wearing his glasses. You can see they actually come from under his eyelids.
Oh gosh.
And they start pouring into his mouth.
Not looking.
It's like,
not there. Definitely not looking.
Before it bursts out to attack you again, Aggie, how's the driving going?
I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. There's nothing to see here. It's great. It's all great.
You're driving under pressure, I feel.
You guys are in trouble now. I'm a cool -1.
Well,
I'm not good under pressure.
Where are you heading? Straight for the town hall?
Straight for the town hall, yeah.
Right, as he actually.
Yeah, literally straight as I fall. And it's probably doing that thing where the car's sort of jolting backwards and forwards, and every corner has a shriek on it. Not from me, from the brakes, and from me. Okay, so acting under pressure, And that's 8 on the dice. -1 is 7.
Okay. Yeah. You manage to steer the car towards the town hall, but you kind of mount the curb as you go up. Yeah, and
come to
you
a
hear something crack or bend underneath it as you stop right in front of the door. The car's making a noise now, but you're not sure what it is.
So I will run straight into the building, leap out of the car and run straight into the building and start shouting, "Billy! Leo!"
Stephen at that point turns around, like, what's going on?
That is, I think, another member of our investigation troop. They're obviously calling for you, Billy Shiz, but I do not know who this Leo person is.
Leo.
Billy! Leo!
If you find out who Leo is, then come tell me.
Aggie, what's up?
Demons attacking Rusty and Stan. Have you found the rock?
What rock? Leopold, get up here.
Oh, okay.
There's a big rock. It should be here.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Stephen, could you tell us where the rock is? It's
do you
just
mean
behind, I believe here?
Do you mean the stone? It's
yeah.
It's in the garden out back.
Okay, could you take
Looks
us
out over
stone?
the wharf. Well, yeah, you just walk around the building.
Okay.
So the third member of their investigation team is now a slightly hysterical late teenage goth girl.
Yeah,
right
but
in.
Stephen
wet
is
hair.
having a very confusing day. It's not
running
sure
back
what's
Stephen, if you
and
have
like a
any old
raggedy top.
journals from your family, if you could look those out, we are just going to go and look at the stone. Okay?
Wait. The ghost told me that there's a demon in the stone that somebody's trying to get
Ghost.
out, and they're going to use it to
Demon.
kill
stone. Okay.
the McKinnon.
You mean
The oldest McKinnon is going to be the target of the demon, but the demon's currently attacking Rusty and Stan. So we either need to go and help Rusty and Stan, or we need to do something to this rock to make the demon stay in it.
Well, we are by the rock, so I would suggest that we do something to the rock.
In here.
Okay, I could put a shield around it.
Okay, let's try that.
When you start talking about this very obvious paranormal stuff and mention demons, Stephen looks very uncomfortable. But it's like, the stone's out back. This is what is. Yeah,
Okay,
you should probably.
Stephen, don't worry. Why don't you go make yourself a nice cup of tea?
No, don't let him out of your sight.
Don't you
Oh, I don't know he's a McKinnon, do I?
Aggie, this is Steve McKinnon. He is not the oldest McKinnon.
McKinney.
McKinney. Damn it, Aggie.
That would be his sister, Eloise. She is the oldest McKinney.
But then she's in danger.
What's
Because that's who the demon will go for when it gets out.
Well,
She's
you
also
said-
called Grandma.
Yeah,
yeah,
See if that registers
So are a
with
lot of
Aggie.
old people.
yeah. You just tell yourself.
But the
that
one-handed
just
ghost
long enough.
ancestor told me that they brought the demon with them from the old country. And
one-handed
somebody's trying to let
ghost
it out.
ancestor.
Yeah, I think maybe this is too much information for Stephen. Let us go and investigate the rock.
I'm the best at talking to people about the strange things.
Billy, why don't you make Stephen some tea and see if you can get some of his family history out of him? Okay,
Do you want me to
Leo
show
and me can
you
do things spooky.
show you to the rock?
Well, you said
I
it was
mean,
just
the
around
stone?
building. We can
Yeah, well, I can let.
stone.
I've got the keys. I can let you out the back as well.
Okay, let's do that. That sounds quicker. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, thank you. That's very kind of you.
It will save me having to take the door off.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Aggie. She has issues, but she's very useful.
Anger management issues.
I think I
Yeah,
would
he
like to
opens
manipulate
opens one. Okay. What are you trying to do?
I want to ask him if he's ever heard any legends in his family about a ghost or something, but because I'm a flake,
yeah.
I'm
Whilst
using my
you're
move, which is
Okay.
see it all fits together, so I can manipulate off of
Nice.
sharp.
Nice.
oh, cool. Whilst you're doing that, he's sort of leading you all to the back of
It's ringing any
the
bells,
thingy
Steve?
to
Any of this? Any of this?
Any your granddad tell you any stories?
have to roll.
Anything
Go
about
on.
the rock? Got a 7. So I rolled a 5, but I get +2.
Yeah.
Hear any
Okay.
stories? You see how this is coming together? There's sheep and blood and rituals and magic, and it's not aliens,
Definitely not aliens.
and it's a rock.
It's
It's tying up for you, Stephen.
as he locks the door behind you, you hear him say from the other side, I've got to protect Eloise. I've got her. And you hear his footsteps run off.
Who feels like they just got fed to something? Hands up.
At the moment, you appear to just be locked in a side room.
Okay, well, I'm
Along.
walk through the door. Stephen, I don't think that was the right way.
He's running at this point. But yeah.
Take the
You're
shortest
just-
path through
Yeah.
whatever.
Why are you afraid?
Catch up with it.
I'm going to use my deductive skills to find out
Okay.
the door is locked.
You do that thing where you shoot up the. Oh, it's locked.
Do you want me to open the door?
Oh, actually, can you open the door? Yeah, yeah. If you get the door open.
Boom!
He definitely made a mistake.
Kaboom.
Rise up into the air. Huge power ball of force. Just blow the door right off.
I like to imagine whoever taught Aggie magic was like, and this is how you can delicately or Aggie, you can do that.
Yeah.
That's also good.
Oh, that they just went. Oh yeah, you're going in Stanley's group.
So I'm going to use combat magic.
Yeah.
Blast of force. So it's 2 harm, magic, close, obvious, loud, with +1 harm, forceful.
I mean, everyone
roll
is
them
close
as
at the moment.
Yeah.
Close.
I'm running. The wall.
But that door won't be for long because it's
Yeah.
going to be embedded in pretty much the entire inside of this building shortly. The biggest bit will be the size of a toothpick.
Don't worry, we come to help you.
Crap, no.
Leopold's running alongside through things and a big explosion of energy behind. We're the heroes.
So I guess
This
I need
is-
to roll that, don't I?
Yeah.
Lock in a cupboard, which justifies everything.
8, 9, 10 on use magic.
Ooh. Yeah. No. So
I'm quite good at
that
using magic, as it turns out.
that goes off how you want it. You can choose an effect.
Well, the effect is the door is open, and the glitch is the door is missing.
Well, that doesn't even need a glitch.
Yeah, you
but
don't
yeah,
need a glitch,
goes-
you got
You
10,
want a
yeah.
glitch, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
afraid you didn't get
Oh, no,
one.
no, yeah, I see it doesn't need a glitch.
Yeah.
Right, yes, so I
So,
removed the
yeah.
door from the equation.
you remove the door without, I'll say, without harming Billy
That
or
would
yourself.
be nice, yeah.
Nice for Billy, anyway.
The door bursts open, slams it to a million pieces on the other side of the wall, basically filling the whole area with a bright flash. Leopold is walking. I don't know.
Running.
Is Leopold
I'm running.
running after?
Elegantly, but running.
Yeah, running after
better chase
Stephen.
Chase
And,
him.
yeah.
Steven!
Oh no, is this the bit where we go in and out of doors in a corridor that's got like 6 doors on?
Yeah. And you all sort of pass each other. And
Yeah, why you guys are doing this?
At some point, one of us is holding another
Yeah.
one.
Hey, why would he lie? Why did he lock us in if we were trying to help? But then he
The-
was saying he was going to go help his sister.
That he needs
Crowd.
to protect her. Anyway, I'm running.
The growling Stanley and Serrano is coming from straight ahead of you.
Serrano just starts cocking his head.
The jaw on the sheep's carcass is just sort of chittering as it goes.
Okay. I'm trying to remember how protect someone works. I don't know if I have to call it before it happens. I'm not too sure because I think I have to choose between either shooting this thing.
You can do it at the moment it tries to cause harm to someone, but that would have to be Serrano then in that case.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I'm gonna,
or you could kick ass as it comes at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be proactive, and because it's just gonna start whittling me away at that point, and I'm gonna open fire when I roughly think it's about to think it. I don't know why I'm asking this question. Serrano, do you have a gun or any form? I mean, I guess you have magic. You could.
So Serrano cocks his head. He goes, "Agent Anderson, it's gonna be okay." And he reaches his fingers into the sides of his mouth.
No.
He starts to pull his mouth as wide open as possible, and you see blood and bile and spiders just vomit out at the creature as it comes out, and he casts at it.
I'm pretty sure that like the real monster is just you guys. I'm sorry.
Open fire.
It comes lurching forwards to impale Agent Anderson.
And this vile vomit of magic and spiders and darkness targets him.
I'm gonna
This
shoot.
is 2 harm, magic, ignore, armor. And I got a 9, so it works, but I take a glitch. So it takes 2 harm, ignoring armor, and I think I don't know. This is just me. I think a reasonable glitch is that I take 1 harm, as I literally tear the seams of my mouth.
Okay.
And blood is
I'm cool with that. And as it sort of stumbles but still rushes towards Stanley, it gets sprayed with this spidery vomit.
The spiders start biting and trying to gnaw into its flesh.
Yeah.
So I got a 9 for my kick some ass. So and if it's okay, I'd like to say the penalty that I also, because I think the penalty for semi-success kick some ass is I also take damage.
Yeah, so you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. That usually means you inflict harm rating of your weapon, and you receive the harm rating.
Of it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, right? Yeah, so I've just gone, and it's, but it's still coming at me.
Yeah, it's enveloped in this vomit and spiders that are biting it, and you just
So it takes 3 harm from
spray
that.
it into it, and even though you're shooting it and it's staggering about a bit, it lurches forwards and reaches its claws into your shoulders. And you also take 3 damage, but you have armor.
I only take 1 damage because of
There
my
you go.
flak vest, and I have something called tactical awareness. So yes, haha. That's still
Like a
really
training
hurts,
school
though.
to learn that a giant clawed monster is dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't get hit by it.
Right, gotcha.
Lesson 1.
Isn't that the one where like Sergeant Zim sticks a knife in your hand?
That's lesson 4.
And
Don't
then-
a knife.
It's gonna draw its claws out and move past Stanley and try to swipe at Serrano.
That's just rude.
And it's pretty rude.
Yes, this was the part I'm not sure if I call protect someone, or is it because it's already been my turn I can't. That's the part that I'm
Basically,
not sure
you've both, everyone's basically had a turn now, so it
fair enough.
goes
Well,
again.
also because I have to like critically succeed to not take damage, so it's okay, so I'll try to protect someone because that's also combat. I got 11. Yay!
Nice.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So you suffer a little harm. which is
Okay.
Well, can I
2. Yeah.
as he's going in to knock me out of the way, can I try to jinx the demon again and screw him up a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But Agent Anderson also, well, you can choose really. You can either suffer a little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I'm gonna go for all impending danger is on me,
Yeah.
because that
So-
will make things easier.
As you sort of get in the way, bring your gun up again, it turns back towards you, leaving a fairly decent opening for Serrano. But you're now all quite closely packed together,
Yeah.
so it could still potentially sort of backswipe.
So Serrano just kind of reaches out, and some spiders come down on the palm of his hand, and he tries to tear at the walls of probability.
Okay.
Gets
Sorry, what now?
he's jinxing him, and get a 12
Nice.
Oh my
Wow.
in total.
Wow.
Okay.
So I
And to
get
be to do spirit too.
I get 2 holds. So I am going to give Agent Anderson a +1 forward. So I interfere with the creature and giving him an extra die on his next action, and I will inflict 1 harm on the demon.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
Sort of, yeah. You as Agent Anderson comes forward again, the creature turns around and gets kind of tangled in the corn and the bones beneath it, but it doesn't appear to have been injured in any way.
Yeah, because we're just slowing it down. We need.
You're still alive.
No, that's very true. I won't be alive much longer, though.
Are we able to take any actions in the other side of the scene?
Well, you're now, at least Leopold is, and the rest of you are, if you decide to
I was
follow.
going to try and
You're
run outside.
hot-footing
behind
it
this stone.
after.
I'm
all right.
after Steve.
You're after. So
He's
Leopold,
after
you're
Stephen. I'm
hot-footing it
stone.
after
I don't know what
Stephen.
Billy's after.
I was gonna go to
Stephen
the stone.
appears to be running towards the edge of town, and Aggie, you run around the other side of the building, and there is quite clearly this large
Big stone.
stone kind
Is
of.
it still raining?
It is still raining, but one thing you immediately notice is even in the rain, there's a slick, fresh hand blood print on the stone.
Oh, I think I've just realised why the brother was running off. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the smart one of the group.
I'm not. Nye doesn't know what's happening.
I think I've figured
Right.
it out.
I got it. Yeah.
I'm going to do something utterly stupid and ridiculous.
Blow it up.
Now I'm going to try and summon the demon back into the stone.
Ooh, I hope.
Running the other way.
I hope someone gave Ben a reroll because this could
They did,
potentially go
as luck would
horribly,
have it, I
horribly
have a
wrong.
reroll. I am going to use magic. Now, I believe I can use magic to summon a creature. Yes, I can. Or
Yeah.
banish a creature
Yeah.
as it happens. So I'm going to try and summon it here, from whence I might then try and banish it. So I'm going full ritual time. Yeah, ironically, that big magic thing that I gave up at the start would have come in really handy.
That
right
was
now.
also why I was kind of hinting at, like, oh, it could
Yep.
potentially be a ritual that takes you 4 hours or something.
Potentially. But
Could
yes,
come
I
in
want to
use.
start doing a ritual, and to
Yeah.
begin the ritual, I'm going to try and call the creature back to the stone.
Okay.
Now, I can't light anything, so that rules that out. But what I can use is foci, gestures, and incantations. So I'm going to focus on those 3 things, and I can ditch the consumables. Glad about that.
Who needs stuff?
Billy, there's a gun in the car.
Have a gun.
Okay, great. I'm going to summon the demon.
I am a bit more normal than the rest of you.
That is the fun thing. Most of the playbooks is like, yeah, just have a gun or a big knife. Go nuts. Or magic, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm going to whip the sword out of my walking stick,
Yeah. What you do?
cut the palm of my hand, and flick some of my blood over the blood that's already on the stone. And then I'm going to start summoning and invoking the demon.
Go for it.
Hear me,
Roll
O
on.
beast of the stone, I call to you across space and time. I summon thee and bind thee to this place. I conjure thee, and holy crap, am I re-rolling that bad boy?
I'm
What
gonna
was
keep an
it,
eye
just
out
so
for
we know?
shadow people.
There's a 3 on the roll.
That would have been fun.
That would not have been fun. That would have been the opposite of fun. That would have been like paranoia fun.
See if you can get
That is
lower.
much more like it.
Oh,
9,
boo.
10, 11.
So on the 10 plus, the magic works without issue. Choose your effect.
The effect that I choose is to summon the demon to this location. And
So the demon now is bearing down on Stanley and Serrano, and then it just stops. Head turns back towards the town very slowly, and it slowly slides back into the mist amongst the corn and just vanishes.
Wrath Metrion Zintar, motherfucker.
As it's pulling back, can I investigate a mystery to try to discern what its actual weakness is?
Yeah.
After having interacted with it a few times and attuned to it.
Spiders, please be spiders.
Hey, man.
Please be bullets.
So,
I wish.
so I got an 8.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
So one. So yeah, I want to know what it's vulnerable to. What can hurt it?
What its weaknesses are. Now that you know it's
vulnerable to 17-year-old goth witches.
demon.
That would be the dream.
Yeah. Now that you know it's a demon, you're fairly certain that it is probably able to be exorcised in some way.
We need
But
an old
beyond
priest and
that-
a young priest.
There's clearly a link between at least a singular member of the McKinney family and the demon at all times. So it's connected in that way.
Am I still chasing Stephen?
You
Agent
are.
Anderson.
Am I
Agent
catching
Anderson.
up?
Yeah,
He's an
what,
old man.
It's a spry old man.
what's up, Serrano?
It's the demon can be banished or exorcised, but it's very, very closely tied to the McKinneys. We may have to
Kill them all.
remove them too. Granny says, I don't think that's a good idea, but Granny, she really likes the idea of removing the McKinneys.
It's so much paperwork if we do that.
Not if we kill everyone.
For the agencies, they've got.
Serrano's just he's smearing his mouth
Yeah.
the blood off. He's like,
Okay.
I don't feel very good, Mr. Anderson.
Right, okay. Right, climb on my back and we'll just I'll run us back. Oh, but the car's not here. Okay. Right, we're running back to town.
Aggie and Billy, the area around you is thrumming now, and everything sort of at like 6 or 7 yards beyond you is almost imperceptible.
My thought
But
done.
and
Trying to get some shadow people.
Leopold, you managed to catch up with the spry old man that is Stephen McKinney.
Trip
He's
him up.
still trying to run away though.
I'm going to trip him up.
Okay.
Pile him into the ground.
You'll have to roll kicks and
Yeah.
marks for that.
Ooh, I'm not
I
sure.
like to think you sink into the ground and then come up underneath him and just grab his ankle.
Just
Ah!
Yeah, that's
emerge out of
that's
a
the funny
building.
thing. Even if you explicitly say, I would like to passively like take them down, it's like, oh, you're kicking some ass.
Yeah.
There's no gentle in this game.
Helping him out.
Stop running!
Yeah, stop running. Well, yeah, basically. Okay, where are we? Tough,
in the name
you
of
say.
Austria.
Not my gosh, yeah, that would be nice. Okay. So that's a no. That's a 6.
Yeah, quite the opposite. He stops for a moment as you're running after him, attempting to catch him to trip him, and as he stops and you barely notice it in time, he just turns around and shoves you. You fall back towards the bushes, taking 1 harm, and he keeps running.
Okay, old man, now for the sword.
No, the McKinneys have been dealt with. It was the demon you were meant to be dealing with. Oh,
enough of
all
this
right.
shit. I am now muddy and I'm running in rain. None of this is good for my couture.
I actually thought it was
okay.
the hand he shoots you. Just like,
Well, yeah, that's more what I was expecting. And shotgun. Oh, shit.
That's for later.
For reality does not. Well, I move freely through solid objects. Does that include bullets?
I think you need to be pretty quick to like go. Just like.
Aggie and Billy, you can hear footsteps coming from somewhere nearby.
Oh God.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
In the building, or are they like heavy
The
loud?
area around, but the area, like, it's like your vision is closed down. You only really see this area around you, and the whole place feels like it's thrumming with energy or power.
I'm gonna move to where Aggie is and go stand back to back with Aggie. I'm gonna say I saw them do this in films.
Yeah, sure.
Charlie's Angels.
So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Continue trying to pull the demon to this place and hold it here. That's an 8 total. Ouch. That's not very good.
Okay, so it works imperfectly. You can choose an effect and a glitch. Well,
What sort of things do it effects and
pick
glitches kind of mean?
Your effect would still be summoning it back, but your glitch is the effect doesn't work as well.
You'll still you'll still summon it back, but
something has gone wrong. You've maybe not said the incantation properly.
All right, so
that's what it is thematically.
So for the glitch, then I guess I'm going to have to start cutting some symbols into the ground to make up for lost ground, because the attachment's not strong enough on the stone itself. So whatever they've done to release it from the stone makes it that much harder for me to pull it back. So I've not done the casting right, and I need to bolster it.
You've got to pick one of the
effect is weakened. Is probably the closest to that then. The effect is weakened. The effect is of short duration.
Oh, here we go. Problematic side
ignore.
effect. The rain converts into a storm.
Oh fuck! Oh no!
And that's impairing your vision and your ability to hold up this magic even more. And Billy Shears is cold and wet and really wants some coffee.
Is there anything I can do to help? You're just like, if I echo what you say, does that help?
And
umbrella.
there is the helping out option.
The negative, the bad side of this is that the blood that you flicked onto the stone, you can see it's slowly seeping off where the rain is. Weirdly enough, that new fresh bloody handprint,
that's fine,
still clinging to the stone.
Point flashlights. 4 flashlights at the stone.
Yeah, point my flashlight at the stone.
North,
and-
south, east, and west.
More in the car.
It's yeah.
Oh, wait.
The
I've
whole
only got one
world
flashlight.
has turned into this small area around you now, with the storm raging about as well. Stanley and Serrano, you're running straight for the town hall.
Pretty much.
Watch out for
Yeah.
the old man.
It's a spry one.
Agent Anderson,
It's about to get sordid.
Yes. Yeah. What's up? What's up?
when we're done here, Granny would like some mint chocolate chip ice cream.
We can get Granny that. We will get Granny all the mint chocolate chip ice cream she can eat. Just we need to get this thing dealt with, because that was not fun to fight at all. Hopefully the others are dealing with it.
As you're running, just ahead of you each time, the light bulbs in the lights along the street shatter.
Oh,
Sparks rain down.
Well, we're just like, thank goodness it's only lightly raining, then like thunder and like hail. It's like, what's going on? Must be the
Aggie.
demons' work.
probably Aggie.
Leopold, you only managed to catch up to Stephen.
No, I don't need to catch up with him anymore because I'm pulling out some magical sword and I'm chopping off his hamstrings at a distance.
But at that point, he's reached a house and he's going inside.
Okay, but he's getting cut anyway.
You can follow him inside and cut him.
Can I cut him from out here? I have a magic sword.
Does it have the far characteristic?
I think it's is it far? Ah, I thought it was close.
Yeah, if it's a magic
cool.
sword, you can go.
Yeah.
Boom, it's like an energy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Also
Nice.
terrifying.
You
Somebody
can.
with a sword. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I said technically it is close.
Yeah, it's
well.
still further than like usually it'd be hand. So
So close.
so
is
you
how
can
far?
close is sort of like, you know, yeah, like a room between you, sort of kind
Okay,
of.
so I can see him through a window and
Yeah,
I'll work for
something
me.
like that.
A shotgun is a close weapon, if that gives
Yeah.
context.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, fine. I'm going to follow him.
He's running upstairs.
I'm going to cut his hamstrings.
Go for it.
He shoved you, and it's like, well, the only logical conclusion.
I have had
It's
enough of this shit. now.
Murder.
I'm not murdering. I'm slowing him down. So,
Obviously, you're muddy and kind of annoyed, so you know if
Yeah,
it goes badly, you're not going to take any damage because he's not close enough to do anything to you. But
that's
he
fair
may
enough.
not make it.
Well, considering his weapon seems to be shoved, I don't think he's got much say in the matter.
I think I'd actually like to use my luck point now, please.
Yep, go for it. So you're turning it into a natural 12
A
then.
natural 12. Yes.
Okay. So you can pick an enhanced effect. You completely hold the advantage. So everyone involved gets +1 forward. You suffer no harm at all, but you're not gonna. The attack inflicts double the normal harm. That would probably
that
kill
one,
him.
That one, definitely.
Yeah, well,
Your
yeah,
attack
fucking hell.
drives the enemy away in a route.
Do I have to pick an advanced one?
I mean,
You
there's no harm.
Don't have
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I quite like the. I think there's one where I can inflict less harm, isn't it? Where I can force them where I want them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you get +1 forward. Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's basically everything happens how you want it, and you manage to maneuver them
Yeah.
as you want them.
So my sword flashes out and slicing through the air, seemingly meaninglessly, the cut appears on the back of his legs.
You just hear a scream
Rumples.
coming from upstairs, and then you hear him go bonk onto the floor.
So not running anymore, Stephen.
There's just faint moaning from upstairs.
Ow, my
That's pretty
hamstring.
pain. Yeah, probably not even that. More like, oh, you've
Non-lethal. because I made sure it was a 12.
Cut an old man's hamstrings after making him sprint through the rain.
I did not make him sprint. Okay, that's all on him.
You made a bad choice.
Yeah, he's made some bad life choices, and these are the consequences.
That's right. What you sow.
Exactly, and I'm so glad that it's Serrano that's agreeing with that line.
Oh yeah.
So, Stephen, where are you off to in such a hurry?
Stephen's hand is sort of like half in one of the rooms, grabbing hold of something on a little dresser.
What is that you have in your hand? Show me. Still holding the sword.
he's not really consciously doing anything. He's just trying to get hold of it, and screaming and moaning in pain. You could pretty much take it out of his hand if you wanted.
Take it out of his hand.
You pick up a little music box.
Oh, that's charming. I'm going to do the little handle.
As you flip it open, there's a little stone figure inside, going around and around, and stone figure that's been carved out of stone, and it doesn't look like a very nice stone figure.
Steven.
At the edge of your ritual, Aggie and Billy, there's a shadow slowly approaching.
I'm going to shine a torchlight on a shadow that's approaching.
It looks like it's an old lady in her dressing gown.
I am going to continue my ritual.
I'll keep the torch beam on the old lady.
Yeah,
because
she's just sort of
we're beyond the point
slowly walking towards Aggie.
I got a 9
seemingly
that time, so still imperfect. I will take a point of harm.
Grandma Eloise comes to the stone.
The magic kind of backfires as you're starting to feel some pushback now, as if there's something here that is working against you.
Yeah, a little lightning
and it
strike, like
feeds back into you. Yeah, and you. Stanley and Serrano, you're pretty much at the town hall now.
Okay.
So Serrano starts running towards the stone. He can feel the magic going on out there, and he starts running back there. He goes, Agent Anderson, we're missing the show, Agent Anderson. We have to hurry.
Okay. Well, I reload the rifle and be like, right, okay, let's get going. We're just in the distance. We hear someone going, my hamstrings! We'll deal with that later.
You can see Aggie and Billy in kind of haze, and there's this figure approaching them as well that's kind of unclear from where you are.
Aggie is no longer entirely in touch with the ground. Static electricity's got all of her hair out. We're going 80s goth with the hair now. It was soaking wet, awesome. But now it's statically charged. Floating ever so slightly off the ground, slicing magical symbols with a sword, waving a walking stick at the stone, shouting and screaming almost unintelligibly.
Stanley's probably going to shout at the shadowed figure and be like, who are you?
You don't get a response immediately.
Billy will approach the old woman.
Yeah. She doesn't seem to be even aware that Billy's there. She's heading straight for Aggie, as if drawn there somehow.
Serrano will... he falls against her as he's chanting out words, and you see the spiders just erupt from out of his clothes, and webs just start spinning all around him and this old lady as he grabs her. And he is going to cast a ritual of banishment to try to augment Aggie's ritual of banishment.
Go for it.
And I'm going to use a point of luck and make it a 12.
Okay, then. Yeah. So, what added benefit do you want to...
I want it to increase the effectiveness of Aggie's banishment. So
I'm still summoning. I haven't got to the point where I can banish yet because it's not here. So I'm still waiting for it to show up. Now, if the old lady is it, then great. We can move on to the banishment phase in a minute.
You've been getting things over 6, haven't you?
Yeah.
Then you've successfully summoned it. You just take a penalty for summoning it.
I've summoned it like 3 times then.
I think it's the old lady.
Well, yeah, I think it is the old lady. But I was just going to say, unless, Lewis, this is like a really difficult thing to do, then it would be big magic,
it was taking some time. That was mainly the side effect of the...
okay, so...
Yeah. As Serrano grabs hold of it and tries, like, enhance this banishment, for a couple of moments, there's this disjointed figure of almost 2 Serranos, one holding the creature and one holding some old lady in her night dress, going, oh, it's cold out here and raining. Why am I here? Back at the house,
People in the
Steven's
fridge,
moaning.
eyes closed.
Slapping Stephen. Stephen,
Yeah.
this stone, this figure, is this the curse of your family?
It's been in our family for generations.
I'm going to bring the sword down on it.
Yeah. It kind of crackles, and
every ounce of magical force I can into it.
back at the town hall, the 2 figures and the 2 Serranos also have this kind of lightning effect between them before crunching back into each other.
Okay, it's time to separate the old lady from the demon. So that's the banishment phase that I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to the banishment phase. I'm going to try and separate the 2 of them.
The old lady looks straight at Serrano now and says, "Grandma's not happy." And one side of her arm is just extended into the kind of claws that you've already met before. And her eyes are red.
I'm going to spend my point of luck to make it a 12 as I separate the old lady from the demon.
Yeah. These 2 spread out of each other, and one forms into the old lady that Serrano has hold of, and then off to the side of that, right in the center, between Aggie and Billy and Stanley and Serrano, is the creature that they saw before. Lank hair, dripping with red blood basically pouring out of it. The eyes are flaming red, intently staring on you, and the claws elongate even more than they were before. And it's there, but it's also a shadow, but it's also not there. And it's something that doesn't belong in our material plane and is very intent on harming you all.
Yeah, I can see how it might be a little ticked off with this.
No, it's fine.
And at that point, it's going to try and attack one of you.
I'd like to protect someone, but I need to know who that someone is. So
I need a torch, Alec.
I think it's most likely going to go straight for Aggie, though.
yeah, I figure as much. Yep.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Secret Service dive once again. Oh God.
No, don't dive onto me. That would cause problems.
Yeah, that would cause problems. I'm kind of like jump in front of the bullet kind of thing.
Yeah, jump sideways, shooting 2 guns in both hands.
Yay.
Ah,
Super
by the
cool.
way.
John Wooer.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Why not?
Oh, I need to roll. I'm sitting here like, yay, I'm glad I did that. Oh, wait, I need to actually do it. I might have to use my luck for that because that was 2 natural ones.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
keep
use
that?
luck. No. I'll use my luck. So that's a natural 12. So I don't
Yeah.
take any harm either.
Okay.
I can just
Yeah.
do the.
Both you and the character
I'll
you're
use the
protecting are unharmed and out of danger. If you were protecting a bystander, they also become your ally, but you weren't. So, just it rushes forwards and you shoulder barge straight into it. And it gets pushed off to the side towards where Billy is. And it's flailing around with its arms. And this inhuman growling is just filling the hazy area around you. Which is now slowly filling with the mist.
That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Leopold, what are you up to?
I'm attempting to break this figurine.
Go for it.
Just driving my
As-
magical
yeah.
sword down onto it. Focusing whatever magical powers or blood
I
or
mean-
whatever I have within me.
You can kick some arse on a piece of stone. Take that stone. I'm
Really
angry
not my
at you.
strength. Really isn't.
What
Don't
else
worry,
have you
getting
got?
hit with stuff is not really its strength either, hopefully.
You
I've
could
got-
try to use magic in some way to break it
I've
apart,
got
or
weird.
what? Yeah.
So
Ordenkainen's disjunction.
Or you could investigate
Go
a
for the
mystery,
classics.
look
Yeah.
at it to try to figure out how you can destroy it, because it may
Yeah,
not be
that's-
brute
yeah.
force.
It might even be that this thing just fits into the big rock, and that's what's
Yeah.
causing the problem.
So
Just poke it in a hole on the big rock.
that
Problem
would mean I
solved.
shouldn't break it. Mm.
It'd fit in easier if you break it into little bits, but
Yeah, smear it over the rock. That'll
It's
work.
like,
much
there you
better.
go.
I'll do the
That'll do.
sensible
That'll do.
thing and investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Go for it. Roll on sharp.
Yeah, again, not a strength.
This is old
However,
man
those
still
are
on the
2
floor.
6s. So,
Nice.
Wow.
Boom.
12.
oh my god.
So
13,
yeah, you
actually,
can.
13.
Ooh, wow. You can
Thank
ask
you,
me
Kraken
any
dice.
question you
Lovely
want.
Kraken dice. Kraken dice.
Nice.
You can ask me 2 questions of any kind related to the game.
Oh, it's going to be fun. How do we banish? How do we break the curse on the McKinneys?
You
Promptly.
get.
It's going to take months. Yeah.
No, you are very certain that you need to banish this creature in some way, but for that, the stone needs to be whole.
The
And-
stone needs to be whole.
Oh, right. Okay. I just realized that he knew about the demon.
Yes, and his sister is the demon. I love it when Nye gets it. It's so cute.
Anyway, yeah. So, and you see this
You think
short vision.
Just chasing after this guy, hamstringing him
Yeah.
for fun.
Yeah.
For the
I was
funsies,
thinking
like
man.
we will let no McKinney live.
Must kill them all.
I
No,
was sitting there, though.
you have this short memory almost of wandering outside the little garden at the back of the town hall one day, and you find a little pebble or rock or something, and you're drawn to it near the stone. Pick it up and take it home, and you carve it, and you become more and more
Precious.
obsessed with carving it and how it should look. And when it's finally done, you put it away in a little box for your daughter.
Okay, so this is very unhealthy, Stephen. This is not very good parenting. I just want you to know that, okay?
We didn't.
I have one other thing, I think, don't I?
Well, yeah, technically that was both. Yeah, go for it. I'll let you. It's the
Well, that
end
could be
game
both.
now. We
I don't know.
need to finish this.
Yes. Okay, so this needs to go back to the big rock, and then everything will be happy. And that breaks the curse. I don't think I need to know anything else. Okay, Stephen, bye.
As you run out of the house, you notice that there are photos of like Stephen and his family on there, and most of the sort of things are like there's an old lady's coat and things in the house as you're running out.
Okay, did you live with your sister?
He does not.
He doesn't live with his sister. But there is old lady stuff.
So whose house is it?
Oh, maybe it's the sister's house. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay,
Oh,
back
so it's female line. Oh, that's very interesting.
back at the
Stop
town
running.
hall. Yeah.
Oh, more running.
Just
so undignified.
walking through stuff mostly.
Yeah.
Back at the town hall, the creature is flailing out towards Billy now, who's closest to him, and it's trying to grab hold of you with the claws.
Bouncing around like a ball. Unless, Billy, you feel confident in soaking the damage. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll take a hit. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
Are you-
he's got-
what are you gonna do though? Are you going
Gonna
to
kick some
kick
ass
Yeah.
with my torch
Okay.
because I don't think
Go
bullets are its weakness. So I'm going to hit it with my torch.
Smack it.
Torches are clearly the weakness.
Mag light. That'll be it.
Actual
It is a
light
big,
in the
heavy
face
magma.
of a
Yeah.
dark, shadowy demon's not a terrible plan.
No.
No, not at all.
I've heard
It's a
worse.
hefty torch.
Yeah.
Kick some
Smack
ass.
it.
I'm tough -1. I got a 4 in total.
No rerolls, no luck
have a
spends.
You just do that
reroll
thing
from reality.
where you go up and go ha
8.
bonk, and it just slowly turns. to you.
Okay. Yeah. It sinks its claws into you, and as it does that, you smack the torch down on it repeatedly as hard as you can, and the little crack appears in the sheep skull mask it's wearing. But you take 3 harm, and it takes
1 from the torch is the most.
1 from okay.
Yeah.
Right, back in the rock with you, demon. I'm banishing it into the stone.
I'm on the floor, clutching my arm.
It can't hurt you anymore if it's stuck in the stone.
It might be infected.
It's a 10. Get in the stone. You get in the stone.
Boy, you in the stone.
Only probably
now.
considerably more sort of dramatic Latiny.
It's like that sort of situation where it's trying to move forwards and you can see its legs digging into the ground, but it's being pulled backwards by some unseen force. As
Yeah,
you
that's right.
blast
Back,
it with everything
demon,
you can.
Back into the rock.
And the stone, like a magnet, seems to be drawing it towards it.
Back
And it's
to the pit
moving,
from whence you came.
moving
I am the
backwards.
wielder of the sacred. Wait, hang on. No, wrong guy.
Oh, hang on.
What effect do you want to add to that?
The effect that I want to add to it is that it looks freaking cool
That's a
with like
good-
lightning and shit.
Yeah, sure. The storm around you is now centering on you, and it
Yeah, there's going to be like lightning bolts crackling from me to the rock
just
to
like
the demon.
next to
Just
you as well, and yeah.
really messy stuff. Just everything's like floating and arcing and
What are Serrano and Stanley doing at the moment?
That's why I was going to soak that damage for Billy, but I do like the idea that Billy kind of looks at Stanley like, "No, I've got this." Then immediately is like, "I don't got this."
Not good.
Kind of had it.
First aid him or something.
Got some.
Yeah, I can actually. First aid is a roll you can make. I believe. I think it's a sharp. I want to say no. Or maybe it's a cool. Is it cool?
Go on. Act under pressure is cool.
There
so,
we go.
Yeah. Or help out is also cool. So basically, it would be something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey kids, helping
That's
people is cool.
It is. That's a 12. So yeah, I'll go over and I'll.
Yeah.
Cool is my specialty.
You may do something
that.
extra or do it to perfection.
I'll do it to perfection, which is actually something extra do is I'll hold an action if the demon gets another shot at anyone I want to use to protect someone. So I'll just kind of do that and then like combat roll into the claws.
You're okay.
But yeah, I'll do that. I think I only take one harm off. It's not anything crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's one harm for first aid.
It's a third of it.
Yeah. Keeps you away from becoming unstable.
One harm away from being unstable. Yeah. One harm more away from. Serrano, it's kind of passing you now as it's dragged back. Your bike is on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. So Serrano starts to spin in a circle, and he goes, "Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Spiders, they all pull you home." And he casts a spell on the demon to trap it in the stone. So as it's being pulled back, these spider webs lace out from the stone and start to wrap it and pull it back. Hopefully.
Okay.
I got a 10, so that's a 12 in total.
Nice. Yeah. So you can add
the
an
effect
extra
I want
benefit
is
to that.
the effect I want then is that the demon is trapped against the stone, and the extra effect would be it's barred from moving away from the stone. So even if it manages to throw off, being trapped.
Like the combined power of Aggie pushing it and you drawing it in with these webs from the spiders, it's stuck against the stone now. It has that sort of cinematic effect where it's like as it's moving in and out of the stone at the same time. But it does use one of its powers you may have seen before, and a piece of wood comes flying past and heads straight towards Serrano's head.
That's unfortunate.
Protect someone.
Go for it.
Okay, let's go. That's a 10. Yeah.
No, his main role here has been to throw himself
just
everybody else's injuries.
I'll save everyone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's not good if you take damage in this game, so it's best to avoid it.
So it's heading straight. Well, you sort of jump in the way as this big piece of wood comes flying towards you. You can suffer little harm, so take -1. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back. I assume you're gonna go.
I'd like to. This sounds a bit insane, but I think it'd be funny. I'd like to, rather than roll in front, I'd like to jump in front and shoot. And I want to shoot through the wooden plank at it. So obviously splinters and stuff are going to go in my face, but...
You get hit in the face for 2 damage worth of wood splinters. But you blast away at it through the wood itself. and it takes, what is it, 3 damage, 2 damage?
Three damage, from an assault rifle.
Leave
I am now unstable though.
At this point, it's sort of looking very worse for wear as well, but very angry, and the entire area around you is starting to shake, and anything that hadn't already started floating slightly is lifting off of the ground, other than people, obviously.
Oh, definitely aliens, yeah.
Leopold,
Yeah.
roll an act under pressure to see if you arrive now or if you are still
All over.
delayed.
No, I got a hot 6.
Do you want to spend some luck for that?
Yeah, I feel we should. For the
How much are you on now, anyway?
I don't know. I don't know what it started on, so it's hard to tell.
Well, you
have
just tick off the
it's like your
boxes.
health. You tick
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah,
and you use
it's
them
got
up, yeah.
okay, and then things
okay
get
to doomed.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you've used 2. Okay.
Yeah, you're all right. It's only about halfway that things go get peaked on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So basically,
Someone
like,
shut
I think if you take 1 more or 2 more, then like not
That's
only will
interesting.
the universe start slowly turning against you, but also your more darker side will start going.
That's like stuff in Amber. We have good stuff and bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leopold comes rushing into this opening, and
I
yeah,
glide elegantly.
you glide elegantly, and then the world swallows up around you, and it's like you're in this small space with this thunderous storm. Everything is floating. There's lightning flying around Aggie, who is high in
Just
the
hide.
air at the
Oh,
moment,
well,
blasting
it's normal.
things. Serrano is spewing spiders, probably.
I'm not looking at.
Billy looks injured. Stanley's blasting away with a with his assault rifle, I assume,
Yeah,
or
assault
shotgun.
rifle,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah. And yeah, another one of these pieces of wood is going to lift off of the ground and head
I am
straight
going
smack
to
bang
conjure
towards.
a wall of force around the half of. Okay, so the plan is this. It's a little bit fast and loose.
Yeah.
I have the wall combat magic and the force effect, but I also have the shield spell. Now, shield spell generally works on me and someone I'm protecting. I kind of want to combine those 2 things into an effect that wraps a shield around the sphere.
Just done.
Once the last little bit goes in, if I can wrap a shield around the sphere, then we can yeet it into the sea, and this problem won't come back again.
That seems like a plan. I will say, yeah, if you roll badly, things could go horribly wrong.
Not roll badly at all.
Okay.
I got 14.
Wow. So slowly this shield is starting to close in around it, and basically the final place it's gonna close around is the one bit you need to put that little rock in very cinematic style. But there's still a big lump of wood hurtling towards the through the air. I think it's probably
Corporeal. Whee! Nah.
I'm gonna roll a d10 and see who hits.
Reed asked to stand up then for the purposes of this in case it's him.
It is gonna hit Serrano.
Oh well.
I just spent all my time. Rob, protect someone. But I don't think I really have because if I take any more of these 2 damage, I'm actually going to go down. Yeah, so Stanley's taking a breath.
Yes.
Sorry, Rusty, you're hitting this one.
Oh, yeah, that's the sides. That's a broken rib.
Oh, can't breathe.
Face like a porcupine.
If you got anything,
Serrano just
wanna
looks,
throw
just
back?
tilts his head. He's like, "It's okay. Granny knows it's gonna be okay." I still may be one of the two, but so are you.
Yeah, and it blasts into your chest. You take 2 points of harm as you're hit by a rather large piece of log.
Oh, wait, I
And you
forgot
see-
I have armor.
You see, as he falls back on the ground, he's laying there looking up in the sky, and he just starts mumbling under his breath, and the spiders start coming out of his clothes, and they start webbing into his wounds, and he casts heal on himself.
And we're all very glad that he cast it on himself and not on any of us.
No, I'm fine, honestly.
I got it.
I'm fine.
Well, I mean, I had taken 5 harm, so
Not fun.
I got a 8 on the die, so that's a 10 in total. So that's a success for a heal of
Nice.
1. So it just
Okay,
takes me
so
back
down to
right,
4,
left.
but yeah.
Yep. Well, no, I was
Okay.
at 4. I'm back down to 3. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I miscounted.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. So you're not unstable anymore.
No,
although
right to the left of
you
unstable is
technically
this.
were.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stanley, Billy,
Somebody give me
anything
a
you want to
boost.
do before Leopold
I'd like
probably
to help,
hurtles
I'd
forward?
like to help out Leopold. So I'd like
Yep,
to kind
sure.
of, I don't know how, maybe I'm just like on the ground and Leopold
I
like
need a foot
jumps.
stirrup. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be good too.
Well, I like to imagine I do like the standing to give you a boost up when you just stand like on my head or something.
It'll be hands first,
Okay,
then head,
yeah.
then leap. That's the
Roll a
plan.
cool.
Yep. That's a 10.
Hey!
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so Leopold, you're going to get +1 to your roll in a minute to put this stone somewhere. Pretty much what happens is as Leopold's running forwards, more smaller pieces of rock and wood and stuff are flying through the air, and Stanley's batting them out of the way with the butt of his rifle, just trying to get the way clear. Billy, what are you doing?
Eating. I think I'm just staying clear in case everything blows up. But yeah, I feel kind of bad. I didn't take that plank of wood to Serrano.
That's okay.
Billy, you're still lying on the ground
Yeah.
going, I
It's-
couldn't take it. That was a sore one.
To be honest,
I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
go like now everyone's here. I'll be like, I told you it wasn't aliens.
yeah, I feel like Billy and Serrano are just sort of lying with their heads away, just
It's
sort
like-
of next to each other.
It's
Like, oh.
It's okay, Billy. We may be the two, but it's okay. Granny will like you too.
Oh god.
Leopold. What does Leopold want to do?
I will leap majestically like the salmon.
Leaping leggy Leopold.
Yeah, using my colleague Stanley
Yeah.
as a stirrup. Yeah, and also his head because I need the extra height. And then I want to do the full like superhero launch with the tiny pebble in my hand and land just on the right piece of the stone and slot it into place, and then flip somersaulting backwards and land for a
This
full
this
6
shield
points
that
on the judges.
this shield that Aggie has been creating is now slowly closing around the demon that's been drawn further and further. It's like
Yeah,
most of its body is contorted now. It's just its head and claws and legs sticking out as it's
I can't
being
feel
drawn
anything
in.
badly at all.
Go for it. Probably be act under pressure, unless you want to kick some ass of the stone. But I feel like neither of those are your strong suit, probably. So.
No, really not. Act under pressure is slightly better.
I'm not sure you can charm the stone into.
That is. I got a +1, didn't I?
Yeah, from
Yeah,
from
you've
yeah,
got
yeah.
+1.
9.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Thank you, Stanley, for the plus
No, it's no
one.
bother.
Yes,
You
there is.
can succeed at it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's a cost.
If this wasn't a one shot, I'd
Like-
say it's luck, but it is. So
I mean, I feel like the most obvious cost also seems too cruel. Like to have you sealed in there with it. That's
His
just
hand,
Just
just
hand.
yeah.
the shield, just cloak.
That's what I was
snips
thinking.
the hand off.
So if you
got
do
that
it, it's
narrative
probably
symmetry with the ghost
yes,
then as well.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's fine.
Yeah.
will take this.
yeah. Okay, so your hand reaches in as you're mid-flight, and the pebble connects, and a soft spark goes all the way across the stone, and this demon starts shaking violently and just dissipates into a million pieces, drawn back into the stone, and the shield closes around it, and yeah, your hand is severed cleanly, but also burnt closed immediately as well. So you take 2 harm maybe, but you also see it slowly slide down, and as it falls down, it sort of slides over where that bloody palm print is as well. And the rock is closed in, and the world around you slowly shakes open again.
On
I
fire,
am
everyone!
Sky opens up.
Yeet it into the sea with a
I have
force blast.
saved us all.
Yeah.
I'm still standing on top of it heroically.
So yeah, my last magic is to force blast this floating rock into the sea. 8, 9, 10.
That'll do it.
Anybody wants to get to
The-
that rock now, they're going to have to
Yeah.
be like a scuba diver.
The area of behind it basically cracks open, and it hurls forwards through the crevice straight into the sea and washes out, and the last you see of it is just the glow of the shield as it sinks deeper and deeper, and everything around you goes silent and still. Billy Shears and Serrano are lying across from each other, panting, injured. Leopold is regarding his new lack of hand. And Stanley's sort of still hyped up on adrenaline.
Yep.
And you
And
watch
pain.
this rock disappear into the sky, and one last spark of electricity blasts from Aggie as she comes back down to the ground. Everything around you is quiet and still again.
So, we need to find a hotel now.
Yeah.
We can
Agent
hope that the old
Anderson.
woman's all right because she might have hypothermia.
Oh yeah, I know where she lives. We could take her back there.
Agent Anderson, remember, mint chocolate chip
Yeah. I'll
ice cream.
go-
And then he passes out.
Right. That's how it ends. That's the movie people have just watched.
Just-
Chocolate ice cream credit.
The at the end, as you're all sort of panting and suffering slightly, you see Deputy O'Neill walk past the town hall in the background, still slurping on his cherry cola, and he sort of looks into the shadows and goes, "Evening," and keeps walking.
Kind of wave with the stump.
The assault rifle. Hi.
I just know that in the title, in the credits, as they're rolling, they're going to have those little windows with what everybody's doing in their motel rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like Leopold's probably trying to fix the epee to his hand. Like, ooh.
Oh, the thing you don't know is that I'm not left-handed either.
Always a useful trick.
Lee will still be trying to decode the spirit lamp that he wrote down on his napkin.
Stanley
Um,
buying the chocolate chip ice cream.
Aggie will be
Bill-
working her way through the minibar while listening to Skitty Puppy on her headphones and painting her toenails.
And
Serrano would have been, he's in his hotel room in the dark, waiting for the mint chocolate chip ice cream. And you just hear him muttering, I know, Granny, I know I was supposed to get 3 this time. I'll try harder next time.
And as we zoom out, Billy Shears is sort of half asleep next to his caffeine. And the little translation that he's been making of the Morse code reads, "It's not over yet."
Dun, dun, dun.
Fade to black. There you
Proper
go.
monster of the week. The hand in the grave.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Well,
That was a
yeah.
lot.
Good stuff.
That was great.
Cool. That's such a
It
simple
was-
system.
it was
Why
fun.
have I not
Yeah.
played that before?
It is a
It's a
really
lot
fun
of fun.
system
I
as
love
well.
it.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Powered by the Apocalypse. That's great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Really is.
Tons of good
That's
games,
absolutely my jam right there.
Yeah.
It's also, it feels like an easy system to do lots of different things in as well, because you could just
Well,
yeah.
They have, There's,
Yeah.
they've got, superhero stuff, your
Yeah.
D&D fantasy worlds. They've done it. They've done it all.
Very cool.
Okay. Well, thank you all for playing and
Thank you.
really getting into character. That was-
Always a pleasure.
yeah.
The natural Austrian legacy lives on.
And in general, we have been Garblag Games. If you like what you saw, come tell us about it. And in any case, please follow, like, and subscribe. And there will be more actual plays next week, I imagine.
Yep.
Is there anything tomorrow? Although
think
tomorrow's
there's
Saturday. No.
Somebody's running something.
Jim
on Sunday.
is
Jim
doing
Did
I don't
yeah,
know
he
if that's
talked about it, but I don't know.
It
Yeah.
might be something on tomorrow or
There,
Sunday.
there might be. You'll see if you click follow on Twitch,
Yeah.
because then.
If not, we'll have something for you Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're hoping
Definitely.
to get back to our schedule. And we've got some One Ring coming up soon
Ooh,
as well.
that's
So,
fun
yeah.
too.
Have your people call our people.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, thank you to my wonderful players for playing. Thank you to everyone who watched and who will be watching in the future back on YouTube. Yeah. Not just
Temporal
say
physics.
good night.
Yes. Thank you, people in the future.
Good night.
Good night.